everybody to the Toivoan Sea Dogs. Before we get started today, if you know someone who wants to play in a GM game, I'd love to talk about getting on the wait list so we can get them involved. We do have some opportunities coming up here pretty soon, so if you're interested in playing, get on there so we can get you involved. We do have a TikTok, an Instagram, a Facebook, a YouTube, a Twitch. We've all over the place. We even have a Blue Sky account. If you've not checked us out on those, do hit the thumbs up. It does help us out a ton. Share it with everybody else so we can get people involved. We also have an X account. We're all over the place, guys. So do share our stuff so we can get more people to play with you guys. We also have a clip contest going on where if you toss a clip or timestamp in the clip contest channel, you'll be automatically entered to win a prize at the end of the month. We're going to be giving away another piece of art this month, so get involved. The more entries you put in, the more chances you have to win. But let's go ahead and get you guys started because it is time to play some D&D, and we do have most of everybody here. Criella is out today. They had some issues with their travel and were unable to make it today. We wish them the best, but we hope to see them back next week. All right, well, you guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Most recently, you were up here in the northern seas at the Tidal Concordance, which you have just completed the Trial of Unity. As you emerge from the Trial of Unity, having discovered what Ekmenos did here, and what his boon was, and the history of the place. That's where we pick up. As you emerge, Seraphe will greet you with a smile. She says, "Have you learned much?"
I'd say we have, yes.
Then you are blessed by Amaria Rosie. May your travels be just, and may you travel the seas as you do the land, with the blessing of the gods. And with a slight bow, she will step to the side. Do you have questions before you depart our place?
The other ship that was here, did you see which direction it went?
North. They departed here and went north.
And about how many days ago was that?
5.
Much appreciated.
You passed through the Trial of Unity faster than they did, and emerged with all of your people instead of missing one. You are to be commended.
Trials have a way of bringing forth the underlying truth.
She nods. Such is the purpose of the Trial of Unity.
How long have you been here, doing this trial for people? How many have come before us?
She smiles at you, Chiron. I have been here as warden, the Concordance, for the past 23 years. Before that, my mother, her father, etc. were here for as long as we can remember.
It is quite something.
It is.
So, I am guessing this is something passed down through generations of your family?
Indeed. We each undergo the trial with our parent.
And not with a mate?
She smiles at you. Are you proposing something?
Not at all, just curious.
As of yet, I have not done the trial with a mate. But should one arise who is worthy, I would.
It is quite surprising because you are very beautiful.
Thank you. But the prospects are few and far between, and I do not travel as much as others.
Sounds like a trial in and of itself.
Indeed. Someday, my mother will come and relieve me for a time, and I will go and find someone to bond with.
And what does that entail for your people? The bonding, I mean.
Sex.
Oh, indeed.
Nana just nods sagely.
He looks at you as
Was
if
not-
this is like the obvious thing.
I was
As it
not
is
expecting
for
the
most-
answer to be so direct.
She just kind of looks at you and bats her eyes. Sex.
Generally, it's
Yeah,
the bonding for most
and you-
people.
And you just hear the silent duh.
Two individuals with opposite genders love each other.
Well, I wasn't sure if there was a time where you spend together getting to know one another before you have the sex.
Of course one does. Why would one engage in such activities and bring forth progeny with someone that they do not love?
Nana just clears her throat.
You would be surprised. My father could probably educate you on those types of matters, but I definitely agree with your stance on it.
Is he single?
No,
Then I'm not interested in his
mother.
opinion.
he and my mother are quite together.
Then allow them to be happy. I do not require your father's assistance.
No, I didn't think you did. Just simply retorting the.
Are
the
you
comment
single?
That's quite the question. And he looks over at Criella.
Creola smiles and says nothing.
Nana leans forward and looks pointedly.
Valrath raises an eyebrow.
Aster just kind of leans up against Valrath like a wall kind of situation.
You see that over there? It's a ship.
Everybody's
the sun
focused
is
on
rising.
Criella.
Merrick,
Everybody's looking at Criella. Zoom. Right on Kaina.
Merrick's looking over Nana's head.
And I looked at
I know what you
her,
might-
and she looked at him.
I am probably in what you might call a situationship, I guess.
Very well, then I am not interested in you.
Definitely, I can understand that. Maybe if I get more clarification, maybe I will or won't come back and revisit you.
Perhaps. And the rest of you, what is your purpose? You have asked questions of those who left.
Because we're chasing those who left. We need to catch up with them. We need to have a talk with them. Just a little chat.
Then I wish you Godspeed.
We'll need it.
Their vessel was mighty. You should be cautious
Yes.
should you wish hostilities against them.
Yes, I know that vessel is mighty, thank you. It's my ship.
How did you lose it?
I didn't
Not immediate-
lose.
Nana hand immediately just smacks onto Merrick's bicep and just squeezes. Just
I tell you,
didn't
Merrick keeps
lose it.
Merrick keeps getting backed into a corner over this. He's going to end up with a split personality.
I didn't lose my ship. They ambushed us
sunk my ship.
and they stole it and captured me.
I'm
I
sorry
want
that
it
happened
back.
to you.
And I will get it back.
But yes, it's a very mighty ship. It's a very lovely ship. And it has some of our personal effects on it that we want back.
And I hope you can speak with this individual and retrieve your personal effects.
John's gonna kind of just glance over and side eye towards Criella with a smirk, and he's gonna look back at her and he's gonna say, "Maybe I'll come back in the future. We shall see."
We shall. Farewell, and beware of the dangers that roam the northern seas. There are many.
Have you heard of anything recently? Oh, say over the past 5 years or so, any changes?
There are monsters rising from the depths. Creatures that have been unheard of in many years. Great sea lizards have risen. Squids and kraken. Dark bubbles from below. Jellyfish with trains a mile long. The rumors come to us from the merfolk and from the Sahagwin guards. We hear much, we verify little. Our purpose is to guard the Concordance and to guide those within, not to mete out justice or control the world. We help where we can. That is all.
Well, and in my experience, the merfolk aren't inclined to exaggeration.
She smiles at you and says nothing, but her smile shows that she believes they are.
Hmm.
So what I'm hearing is we're not recommended to sing on our voyage.
Why would one not sing? Singing is a joyous expression of one's emotion.
Exactly.
We've had some bad experiences the last time.
Admittedly.
Drawing attention from hostile creatures is always dangerous. But singing, depending on the course of action, can be beneficial. Do you not like to sing, sir?
Nana smirks.
When the time calls for it.
She looks at Astrid and smiles. And back at Valrith, I'm sure the time calls for it from time to time.
And you should hear the voice out of this one. And he points to Astrid.
Indeed, do you sing?
From time to time.
Then I wish you clairvoyance. Do you have any further questions that I can answer? My meal awaits me. Then I wish you well. Fair travels, and may the seas be smooth and the winds strong. Farewell.
Farewell.
And she will turn to go inside the Tidal Concordance.
Is the seahorse still there?
The seahorse is still there, yes.
Outstanding.
Along with our longboats, and the
Yes.
ship looks relatively undisturbed.
Undisturbed completely. You see a knoll on the ship making rounds.
Well, I mean, that's just disturbing in and of itself.
His default setting is disturbing. It's fine.
That's valid.
But that's why we love him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get back to the ship. We've still got a ways to go.
We'll ride over on Oreos.
Okay. If you ride back on Oreos,
Same
I'm
for
not good.
Siren.
I'm not going to say anything about Oreos except for there's sure to be a cream filling. Um,
That's what she said.
you guys will make your way back to your ship for the first time in over a month. You guys will reboard the Sea Dogs Rest.
A month?
No.
Holy shit.
Wait.
It's not the Sea Dogs Rest anymore.
The Whispering Tide. Sorry.
It got
The
renamed.
Whispering
after the
Eye.
Yes, the Whispering Tide.
Oh, you mean a month in real time? I was
Month
like,
in real time? No, not. You were not in there for a month.
had me concerned.
You guys are fine.
Where did the time go?
So, but we were there for because we did a long rest. We were like a day, 24 hours.
Yeah, 24 hours.
Ish, about a day and a half, I think.
It sure
Total.
beats the week and a half it took at Meadows.
Wow. That's
Wait.
a heck of a speed up.
So if it took them a week and a half to get through,
That's why we're only 5 days behind.
Exactly.
which is okay, that must have been what I missed when I said. Ah, okay. Time is a
When you're
man-made
not-
construct.
When you're not working together as a team, that place takes a long ass time.
Oh, I bet.
I'm sure it does.
They don't strike me as very collaborative.
They are now.
If you finish it all.
Oh, I bet. That makes me. Oh, and Nine is 100% going to rub that in his face whenever they finally get to each other. It's like, yeah,
As
you know the little
she should.
trial. You know, it took us. Oh, we did it in a day. How about you? And then flip him off.
Yep.
And then stab.
Yeah, it's like flip off.
Well, as you guys board your vessel, it's nice to have the slowly rocking ship underneath your feet once again.
So he's
Which, and Merrick always seems to feel more comfortable on the ship rather than on dry land.
Yeah, same for now. No, she.
Dryland doesn't exist, sorry.
Well, you know.
I'm sorry, I'm a huge Waterworld fan.
oh, that movie rocks. I
Awesome
love
movie.
Waterworld.
Yeah. Well, I guess we better pull up the map. Reorient
Very
and
well.
see where our next see what our next move is.
It's the map. There you guys go. Merrick and Ayana have both been granted inspiration,
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I feel so inspired.
as one should.
Indeedy.
I'm going to make the assumption that we're not going to Garden Soil.
Astrid and Valrath have been granted inspiration as well. Riel has been granted inspiration.
Appreciate it.
Well, very inspired.
Chiron's the odd man out.
Again.
At the moment,
Fuck
yes.
Chiron.
There he is.
There.
Chiron's been granted inspiration. As all the redemptions for inspiration have been consumed already for the day.
Oh, no.
We must use them wisely.
That's not going to happen, and we all know it.
Brings out the inevitable. It's the worst I can.
Are we?
Do we have a need to stop in garden soil? I don't think we do.
Nope.
No.
I'd be very risky.
Roth looks
if
over at
everything was
Astrid.
garden.
That's not to our best interests.
Oh no, I am not getting off the ship if we go to Garden Soil. Just saying.
MKL and Usul don't get along very well, do they?
No. No, that is definitely an understatement.
Hmm.
They I don't know, there's this particular song that comes to mind. Loathing, unadulterated loathing is all. They hate each other deeply.
Well, worth putting a pin in when we're not so pressed for time. I mean, if you ever wanted to dispense with followers of MKL, that'd be a.
That would be like kicking a hornet's nest.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Consider it the Mecca motherland type of origination.
Mm.
GM, what is the approximate? How long would it take to get from where we're at to the shelf?
From here, as long as the weather holds and nothing bad happens, because nothing ever bad would happen, of
Nothing
course.
ever.
There's no
No,
complications at all on the sea. But
Absolutely
Can
not.
I roll
Base-
insight on the GM?
you can roll insight and I'm not going to answer regardless. But as you do the math on it, you're probably about 4 days away from the shimmering abyssal shelf. If the
Which means
winds
he's-
hold.
Means he's already got a day's and a deep drop and a short walk.
So if he's 5 days ahead of us,
And that's because it's currents that are headed in that direction. Normally, without the currents, it would be like a couple of weeks. So you have beneficial currents, which is good. The only catch is garden soil and their waters lie between you and there.
regardless, he's going to beat us there. If that's where he ultimately is. If he didn't make a stop in garden soil, which would not be beyond the purview, considering what we've heard.
I mean, how susceptible is the Zydrotha to the currents versus the tide susceptible to the currents?
And now it actually looks over at Merrick.
The draft death would have impacts on its ability to be influenced.
She's a heavy girl, but
She's a frigate. She's
and if she's
Kind of
fully loaded,
rough.
without knowing how much her cargo is at the current moment, but she's definitely slower than we are. She's fast for her type of ship. She's still slower than we are. Even with an
However,
empty cargo.
I will say with garden soil, if I was Archronos, that would definitely be a place I would stop. We both know that he has a silver tongue and he likes to make friends, quote unquote, wherever he goes. So it may not be quite so far ahead.
Well, especially... Well, let's see. Review what we know. He doesn't know for sure. I mean, he's running on these... a lot of assumptions here, but... He's running on the assumption that the heart of the sea is at the shelf, that the sirens have it.
so are we.
And exactly.
We know that the ambassador of the Protectorate threw it overboard.
Do we?
That's the last report that you got.
What we were told by
It was
Kesra was that the true heart of the sea rested in
Is
the
that-
shelf.
and there
or
is
is
a
it-
heart. There is a heart of the sea that was heading toward Ivory, but it was a fake. Which I'm going to assume that the fake is the one that silly Triton got stolen from her. And she points at Astrid that your father talked about.
The ambassador.
That must have been the fake. Because as far as I know, that's going off, Nana's past history rolls. The sirens have held the heart of the sea for a very long time. I've never seen it myself. But then again, I'm questioning everything I was told since about the time I was born at this point, so what do I know? She looks very annoyed. She's having a little bit of a midlife crisis at the moment, honestly, because she's like, everything she was raised is, she's questioning everything right now.
The whole existential crisis of, yeah.
She's having a bit of a mental crisis at the moment.
What we
Everything-
need are more solid answers, and we need to know what we're up against on my ship.
It would be helpful to know exactly where he is. I mean, we're running on assumptions.
And then there's always that charge that you were given in exchange. The cleansing.
Mm-hmm. But
What
my
does
instinct
that
tells me.
mean?
Well, based on what that Meriden, is that what he was? Merid? Merid. It was a Merid. Between that and what Onwa showed me, everything's lining up. Disturbingly so. Conveniently, but disturbingly. Because it said, purge the corruption. But then Onwa showed me that those eyes deep beneath the shelf. And then we have our new friend there telling us that monsters have been appearing around
Are
the
those
shelf.
typical occupants of that area?
And, well, the player would say no, but I guess, would that be a history check for Nyana?
You roll a history check, sure. Absolutely.
Because considering she hasn't been home in 5 years. Alright. 11?
With an 11, they weren't common when you were at home. They existed and you knew that they were out there in the sea, but they were not common. So, not as far as your recollection goes.
I would say they would, because of the sirens, I would assume they would
They
inhabit
keep them at
those
bay.
waters. Partially.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They can protect their lands, or not their waters, I should say.
Waters? Yeah. But yeah, no, that's not common. We knew they existed, but we kept them away for the most part. And she kind of chuckles. And for that fact, we helped out the protector more than we realized. But it's all seemed to converging, but then supposedly that the sirens are talking to those on garden soil and those it doesn't add up. Something's
Well,
but I genuinely wonder if Queen Thalassa did she hit her head on something?
well, I mean, there's two different sects of entail. You've got the church, and then you have the justice side. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, because she would know that much.
Right?
Because you have, the church where it's,
Mm-hmm.
whomever believes, whoever has magic, it's, okay. But it gets left behind when you die. But then you have the Josephi who believes all magic, unless it's divine magic, is bad. So maybe, and from what I understand, the Josephi are up in garden soil. So maybe the Josephi are twisting some things? I don't know.
Or this is just some abyssal influence that's happening beneath the shelf.
That too.
The sirens did not make nice with land dwellers at all. This is
I don't see
very
the-
out of their wheelhouse.
Well, and if Nana looks at Astrid when she suggests that, it's depending on whatever kind of reach whatever this is has. I mean, it's possible it could have had influence on those on garden soil as well. And the puns.
All the
So we're 5 days out. Well, he's 5 days ahead of us. We're about 4 to 5 days if we book it now, and that's with good weather.
Water's calm. Currents and wind are in our favor.
Regardless, I guess we have to head that way. We don't have much of a choice in that. We'll have to decide in the meantime what we do when we get there. But I agree, I don't think a stop in garden soil unless we learn something new along the way. I don't.
It's not beneficial.
In fact, I think I'd agree with. Can't believe I'm saying this. I'll agree with the paladin that it's probably detrimental.
There are other sources of information on the seas.
Well, and we have 2 in our pocket right now.
And we have one person I can think of that has the most direct link to somebody aboard that ship.
Who is the least likely to block it? Potentially.
You've got your papers from the merchant that allows you to approach protectorate vessels.
That's true.
Always a potential of information if you play your verbal exchange right.
Mhm.
You've got the scrolls that we have. And then, and I can't believe I'm suggesting this, you've also got your natural association to potential call for information.
Well, I don't know how that went last time, but I think we're getting to the point it may be worth trying again. But knowing what we know now, or at least what we've been told, it seems like getting through was a slim chance, but I'm willing to try. There's only one I'd be willing to speak to there anyway, if she even answers.
If we use those scrolls, we might be able to get a quick look aboard the ship. See if any of my crew are still around, conscripted into service. If
That
they're
would make
wearing color, any of our colors, showing any tattoos that can be recognized.
Because of the trial that we just underwent, I have a very firm suspicion that if you were to use that scroll, you would see a ship at anchor, crew on board, and however many Akmenos had go through the trial, not on the ship. Exploring the fathoms and the secrets of the deep in pursuit of his estate.
Yeah, the fact that we know now that they have these same abilities, it's a bit of a game changer. But I would guess what makes the most sense, weigh anchor now, we'll head north. And actually, Jim, would now know where they're at now.
Yes.
Like within the middle of a major trade route of ships, or
Ooh.
kind of off the track of it a bit, or are they within the trade route?
So with your history check of an 11, which you already established.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have established that the trade routes in this area travel primarily from Garden Soil down to Shu. And we know for a fact that Chiron's father is trying to establish one going from Garden Soil to Nausha. You guys are the expeditionary force, according to Chiron, and that's why you got your supplies. That's your cover in order to get the supplies in the ship, etc. So, yes and no. There is a religious trade route in the area that is full of zealots and enthusiasts of Garden Soil. We'll just put it that way. But other than that, commercial trade does not typically go up to Garden Soil unless they're viewed as loyalists. There are Shinoza Protector vessels that patrol the area, but other than that,
I guess that was kind of my question, was like, how likely are they to encounter Protectorate ships at this point and as they head north, especially depending on how close to the coast they go or how far out in the open water.
That's the difference. Yep.
Yep. Because I'm thinking it's like to get to the shelf, or if we're wanting to avoid garden soil, we'll want to swing wide around it to get to the shelf.
Which risks Protectorate stuff.
We do have the letters, but and for that fact, what flag are we flying at the moment?
I'm unsure.
'Cause we have-
Starfang would not have been flying a flag.
Hmm.
Starfang would have sat there and been like, I'm going to lay low and not do anything to attract attention, etc.
At top for when we get moving, as far as
Starfang would have
What?
found Brick's book and been looking at naughty pictures.
Probably.
Also likely.
because wait, what letters did Brick's book cover?
It was supposed to be G and H.
So it has nulls in it.
Right. It would absolutely have nulls in there. Yeah. You're right. And don't forget,
His,
Rick's mom's got it going on.
Full centerfold.
Full
Mhm.
centerfold.
So yeah,
so
that-
he'd
It's
have the
canon.
latest
It's canon.
edition.
Yep.
it's
He'd have the
canon.
latest edition of Null Play.
Essentially.
Oh dear.
Yes.
All I'm saying
Um,
is that the paperwork and the cargo and the commission that Chiron got
Mhm.
was for a particular set of flags.
Yep.
So you want flags to match paperwork for
That's where I'm
a
going with that.
particular destination, just to make the information all line up.
Agreed. That's why I was like, she'll look at the back of the ship, and it's like we need to put one of those flags up for when we get moving, just in case we get a
I mean, you don't
Protectorate
keep
ship
it
on the
up
horizon.
all the time. You only throw it up when you're in signal range.
Except in these waters with the Protectorate, we don't know what that is. They could be watching us now, for all we know.
If they were curious, they would make an appearance.
Well, then I guess for now we're headed north, and we'll figure out the details along the way. Starting with, I think we need to at least scry and try to find, hopefully, exactly where the ship is, and any other information we can find along the way. Merrick's right. If they were smart, they kept the majority of the original crew. It's 200 men they'd have had to replace otherwise.
The question to think about as well is, Merrick, how loyal do you think your men are to you at this point? They've been with the Akmenos for quite a while.
That doesn't mean that they're there willingly.
That's not a dig. Please understand, that's not a dig. And he side-eyes Valrath.
Loyal enough?
Just using this as an example, Chester was found on a Protectorate vessel.
He'd been traded.
If I was Akmenos, sailing a frigate and having sea dogs appropriate to sail such a vessel would not be hard to find, especially under influence. Having a risk in the dark, a potential knife with cross loyalties, is not something that I would have on hand at any point in time, and would divest themselves at a quick opportunity.
Normally we'd agree with you. But we know he's arrogant. And actually, and I guess one thing I need to know is, like, how much history do Merrick and Anna have with Ekmenos as far over the past? Would I need a history check for that, or
You don't need a history check for that.
yeah, it's like how much
I-
rivals were they?
As far as
How many encounters would they have had?
the encounters that they would have had,
Over the
I
past
don't
5
think
years?
that they would have had an encounter in person outside of the attack on the ships.
Okay.
That's the big one there. And Ekmenos would not have engaged with you guys. He would have had emissaries and raiding parties. You'd be aware of him, certainly. But as far as actual encounters with him, just the one.
It's kind of like, I guess we kind of stayed out of each other's way for the most part.
Right.
Is what you're saying.
I was going to say, Alcmenos doesn't strike me as the kind of person who handles his own business.
Under normal circumstances, as much as it pains me to say it, I would agree with you, Valrath. But you're not going to sail the ship like the Zydrotha without retaining some of its original crew.
And it would be helpful to us to know how many may still be there.
And if we have original crew that can
have
be
an end.
roused into mutiny, it
Because-
saves us from having to try and take on everybody all at once.
Because at the end of the day, they're also survivalists. Loyalty versus survival. They'd keep their heads down. And probably be loyal to the ship and try to avoid being traded off as much as possible.
Loyalty
Especially
to the
if they
ship,
knew Merrick might be alive.
So they
loyalty
sound like
to
they're
each
probably
other,
more opportunists.
or loyalty to coin.
Fair point.
Yes and no. Some yes, some no. Go with that. But then she'll look
And
at Chiron
then-
and it's just opportunist, that's a pirate, love. We're all like that.
I'm just thinking that if enough of them are still loyal to Merrick and they're willing to step away from any influence that Alcmenos might have over him, that the rest would join in.
That's the idea. Again,
Because I
opportunist.
always must take the position of the dissent, as is my lot in life.
Oh,
You also
stop
have
being
to
so
love
dramatic. You enjoy it.
prove themselves.
Oh, Valrath, you're not a victim.
I didn't say I was. Just the role that we've been given.
But I do
You
agree.
enjoy being devil's advocate.
I do agree that we do need to play. We need to play it safe, and we need to play air on the side of disaster versus victory.
Mhm.
So
Let's
we
get
are
as much-
prepared.
Let's
In
get
the
as much
mind
information as
of
we
the
can.
Current crew members, should they see Merrick Blackwater appear, is there enough fear of him to sway actions in support of him, or is there more fear of Alcmenos?
Are you talking about the non-original crew members? in
How
this
do you
case, or-
Any of the crew members
Any
currently
of- okay.
on Zydrotha?
How do
And
you
he's
think
not
I
wrong.
ran my crew? I didn't run my crew by fear.
He's not.
All I'm saying is that there is a historical record, and in the eyes of an individual, where does their survivalist instincts kick in to force their loyalties, given historical actions?
I think they would have kept their heads down to ensure the ship stayed ship-shape, as it were.
Which means we
And I-
cannot count on their support. Avoid the
And
vessels.
can't count on it. We didn't say that. But
I think given the opportunity, if they knew not just that I'm alive,
with that I'm
but
alive.
that Nyana's alive,
Last I knew I was dead.
is what will sway them.
Each of these are variables that must be taken into consideration.
We're not counting them as guaranteed by any means. Just trying to stack the deck in our favor wherever we can.
Out of character,
Lord
I hate to
knows.
see that persuasion dice roll DC.
Lord knows we could use an advantage.
Well, first things first, let's get underway. It'll take us 4 or 5 days to get there on smooth waters anyway. In the meantime, I suggest we use one of those scries. See what information we can get. And then she looks at
Indeed.
Astra's like... And compare notes.
Would you like me to go and do so now?
Well, that's the thing. She looks at Chiron.
I don't think you're the man for the job. Not an
And shall I-
insult. I
That's what I
don't
say.
think you I don't think you have the connection that we're looking for.
And Nana would be like, well, you have one of those scrolls, don't you? Bring it over. Let's look at it. And it's, you bring up the scrying spell. But,
Is anybody else here who has the capability of scrying
mean,
besides myself?
Merrick's not unfamiliar with scrying scrolls. He just can't use them himself. He
right.
did have ship's mages that could do them.
Yeah, I'm just doing
I
my best
cannot.
not to metagame. So it's like what
We need someone that has a strong connection to a target.
and who
Is
is
that
always
on a spell list?
she can't sorcerers can't do scrying. Otherwise I totally would.
Thana, are you able to scry?
No, I cannot.
You don't have the ability to scry. Oh, pity. The connection with your sisters.
Hold on.
So, scrying available on official spell list for Bard, Cleric, Druid, Warlock, and Wizard.
Yep. They can use it.
You can use the spell scroll. You would still have to do the check to use it if it's over a certain level. Scrying is a 5th level spell. Do you have 5th level spell slots, Kriella? Or sorry, Athana?
Not yet.
Not yet. So you would have to
none of us
roll the
do.
charisma check in order to do it, but you could.
So none of us have the ability to scry it. We use it without
Correct.
the roll. So it's a question of stacking the deck but it's like, who is always around with Ekmenos every time we've seen any word or heard any word or seen any picture of him or
Maybe
vision of him?
Ithana and I can merge our powers and we can try to scry it together at one time. Use her connection and between mine and her magical abilities. Maybe we could together be successful with trying to figure out what's going on.
Because the stronger the connection the caster has with the target, the less likely that target can block it or even detect
I don't know
it.
that you're going to get the results that you're looking for. And you kind of answer what I'm getting ready to allude to already. The target that you just suggested for Athana is co-located with Akmenos at all times. And Akmenos, given the boon that we just received from the trial, most likely might be under the sea, which won't give us any information of the ship itself.
But it will also tell us exactly where he is and if he is in the shelf.
Just being prepared for the information and what it may convey.
Absolutely. Understood. It may not be where we are expecting, but I think it would still be helpful.
I guess
Is that the target for the scrying? Is Akmenos and his party, or is it the Zydrotha in its current state?
To be honest with you, I feel like Ithana's emotional connection to her sisters.
Oh, we can't scry on a location. Not with that spell. It has to be a creature. So, well, either way, I would say we probably need to get underway. And start heading north.
Well,
Where
Astrid
the
has already
is.
rolled water vehicles and has taken the helm of the ship and started moving.
Okay, cool. Good.
Chiron's
Yeah,
going to
y'all are
ask.
talking, and I'm just gonna go for action. So
Chiron's going to motion for Ithana to follow him below deck so he can have a private conversation with her.
Okay. I thought, are you going to go below decks?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to take her towards the bunk area so we can have privacy while we talk, or perceived privacy in such a small ship.
Sure.
And he's going to sit her down and just kind of sit across from her. I'm assuming that there are beds in the bunk area, correct?
There
Or
are
is it all
hammocks,
just,
yes.
It's all hammocks. Okay. Okay, so
As
then
you come
all
walking in,
hammocks.
you get a shiver of fear down your spine, Chiron. The
There's some
hammocks.
beds on the Zydratha, but not on this thing.
Okay. So anyway, what he's gonna do is he's gonna stand there with Arthana. He's gonna say, "I hope you understand that my suggestion of your siblings is not without understanding how you may feel about it. It was simply a suggestion I was making in the moment, and I have fully accept that I should have stopped for a moment to ask you how you felt about that before suggesting it. So I guess that's what I'm doing now is, how do you feel about the suggestion of connecting to your siblings in order to find where Archmenos is? Does that bother you?"
No, I just hope they're okay.
I would definitely agree with you. I guess my question, Athana, is, are you prepared for if your siblings turn against you once we find them? Not saying they will, but is that a outcome? Is that a finality that you've prepared yourself for?
It looks up, the ghost answer, but the her answer gets caught in her throat, and you see on her face that she's not ready to face him in that event.
I want you to understand I will do everything I can. I see that it bothers you. And I understand why you may not have taken the moment or taken time to consider this. I want you to know that I personally will do everything I can to make sure that your siblings do not come to harm. But please understand, if they force us into a position where we must defend ourselves, that we will protect you over them. Absolutely.
I appreciate that, but I don't think I can raise my blade against my family.
I'm not asking you to. He kind of lifts up his finger or lifts up his hand for a second, just kind of, like this, stop for just a second. And he's gonna, look you in your eyes and he's gonna say, I don't expect you to do that. I fully expect you to probably turn your head. I fully expect you to want to defend your siblings. But please understand, from what I know, the little bit I know about Alcmenos is his influence is absolute. And if he has taken them to that side, this crew comes before anything else to me. These people, Valrath included, come before anybody else to me. I will not let your siblings, no matter their connection to you, I will not let them bring you to harm. Understanding that, knowing how I feel about yourself and Priella, Merrick, Nyana, Astrid, Valrath, are you okay with us using your connection to your siblings to potentially find where their location might be?
I take a deep inhale. Yes, I want to know.
Understood. Okay, I just wanted to make sure before we approach the rest of the group and say that we are ready to do this. And Chiron is going to do something that he has not done with Athana yet. He is going to wrap his arms around her and give her a big hug.
How does she react to this?
She caught a bit off guard and kind of awkwardly pats him on the back.
Chiron's gonna pat you back on your back as well. He's gonna pull back and he's gonna say, I told you, Athana. From the beginning, I have told you. I am somebody that you can count on. I am somebody that you can consider a friend. And I do believe that the rest of this crew is as well, Valrath included. Although his techniques might be abrasive, I do believe that he has all of our best interests at heart. And after having gone through the trial, I can see even more that Valrath just wants us to be able to work together and be of one mind, unified in the things that we are doing to keep each other safe. I don't agree with his tactics on doing so, but I do believe that that is where he is. So, let us trust each other. Let us trust in each other. Let's approach the group and let them know I'm going to go ahead and go upstairs, go back up on deck. Take as much time as you need. If you need a moment to sit and consider things, please. I want to make sure that you've had an opportunity to consider every possible outcome, so you are prepared and aware of what to expect as we continue this voyage and this adventure. And he's going to take his hand, he's going to cradle the left side of your face with his right hand, and he's going to look at her, and he's just going to say, we are nearly there. We are nearly there, so you can have some kind of peace and resolution. And then he's going to walk away and go back on deck.
As he comes back on deck, Criella is leaning against the railing of the ship and just smiles at you, Chiron, before turning around and bending over the rail, allowing her tail to swoosh.
Is that a wisdom saving throw?
If not, it should be.
Wisdom saving throw, Chiron?
Sure, why not?
Do it.
Can you peel your eyes away?
I don't know, can I with a
Yes,
12?
you can. Yeah.
That actually fits. That actually fits because Chiron also needs to have a conversation with Criella.
So we were so hoping.
And I don't know if it's a conversation that he can have without the actual player controlling Criella, but
I really hope that the player can be back next week.
yeah.
We really want you to be here. We really do. He's a great player. We want him here.
Yep.
So,
I think that I can introduce the topic without the player without actually getting into the topic.
yeah, send me a message and so I know what we're maybe talking about, and I'll make a judgment call. Cool?
Okay. Yep.
All right. Meanwhile, Chiron, you wanted to go up and scry?
Chiron's going to wait for Athana before he tries to
All right.
scry, because he's going to want to make sure that Athana is able to do the scrying while he supports her as a scry with the scrying.
And like I said in the chat, you can actually scry on a location instead of a creature, so that is an option. Which, my question in there is like, how does a location roll a save against a scry? Can it?
Yes,
How does it work
but
mechanically?
it's a thing.
Right. Okay. I was just like,
Yeah.
that was weird. Okay.
Depends
But-
on what we're doing. So,
Fair. Thana just lifts a hand from the map without looking, just a thumbs up toward Valrath. You're doing a good job. Very supportive.
keeping her
Nice.
grounded.
All right. So for now, Chiron's going to be able to turn away from Criella as she's going to silently look at the distant waters as you guys leave the Tidal Concordance behind.
Da, 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 da.
We're going to be a little mysterious on this to allow the player the opportunity next week, if he can make it, to do that RP. Cool?
Yep.
All right.
What time of day was it when they got out of the Concordance?
When you guys got out, it would have been about 4 p.m., getting back to the ship about an hour, so 5 when you took off. So at this point, 5:30?
Okay, getting about dinner time.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Athana, do you eventually come up? Oh, Athana takes a few moments to absorb Chiron's words, then reaches into her pocket and withdraws an old bracelet made from thin vines, twigs, and ivy leaves.
Hmm.
And Athana has pressed X to doubt that Chiron succeeded on his withdrawal with a 12. I think that's valid.
Maybe Chiron barely pulled himself away.
Okay.
The power of Creella's backside.
Oh yeah.
You know what the difference between ninjas and pirates are? The pirates get all the booty.
It's funny you made that joke. I was literally sitting here thinking that Chiron might consider life as a pirate because of all the booty.
In this case, there's a lot of tail too.
Area codes, Chiron. Area codes.
Merrick bags himself a siren, but not everybody can manage that.
I'm not going to say
A
it.
dog in every port.
We're not going to go there. So, does Athana eventually come up from below decks?
She does, yes.
Yes.
They're wearing this bracelet on her left wrist.
Very good. All right. So Athana has come upstairs, Chiron.
Okay. Chiron's gonna look at Athana. He's gonna attempt to make eye contact with her and see if she looks back at him.
Sure, she's trying to hold a stoic expression, but if you want to roll insight, let's say she's trying to hold back emotions.
Yep. Chiron's going to nod at her as if to say, "Are you ready to let Nyana and the rest of the crew know that this is what we're going to do?"
I am.
Okay, so she would nod back at him. All right. Well, Chiron is going to approach Nyana and Merrick and Valrath. Astrid, I would assume they're all kind of in the same little area together.
Yeah. Up
at the helm.
Yep. Chiron's going to come up with Astrid, and he's going to, not Astrid, with with Athana. He's going to reach out for Athana's hand and see if she'll grab his hand.
Put her left hand in his.
Yep. And he's going to walk up towards the crew, leading Athana by the hand, and he's going to say, "I have taken a moment to speak with Athana to make sure that she understands what all this could entail and where it could lead, both good and bad. And I believe that she and I are both ready to try the scrying of this scroll. She will be doing the primary leading of scrying since she has the connection to her siblings, and I will be supporting her with the magic to make sure that it goes well."
Sounds like a plan.
Merrick rolls up his left sleeve as they're talking, and he looks at Athana specifically. Ithana, you're not going to have a long time to have a look around the ship. I know the spells only last a certain amount of time. Look for anybody wearing red and anybody that has this tattoo. And it's a siren with a serpent coiled around it, which most of his crew would have had done.
And it could be at any various locations. Not all of them do the same location, but
Right.
it's. But then Nana will also look at Athana and just. And I'll caution you. So one thing I've learned is our magic and our abilities are tied to our emotions. And if you're focusing on one of your siblings, you may see something that's going to upset you. Be prepared for that. An influx of emotion could snap the spell, or let them know we're there. So just be ready for that. And you may see other things on that ship you may not want to see.
Chiron's going to look over at Ithana. Try to make eye contact with her.
So not to scare you, but just to prepare you for that.
You see in her eyes a hint of dread about things she hopes not to see.
Astrid will just kind of catch her eye, if at all possible, and just kind of give her a smile and just nod, just with the thought of, we're here, we're supporting you, you have this.
And we'll all be standing right here.
Valrath, any words of encouragement, sir?
Why would you open that door for him?
Didn't Valrath go down below?
Yes, he did.
Oh,
Oh, I
okay.
thought he was still at the helm there. Okay, I missed that too.
Yep.
No, that's me.
Okay.
Once Astrid has started humming in contentment, Valrath had gone down to reestablish his ledger.
I see it now. Okay.
Typical. All right. So then Chiron's going to just look at Ithana and he's going to kind of nod at her as, just to say, all right, let's do this. You can handle it. I believe in you. And Chiron will lead Ithana in taking the scroll and trying to start the scrying.
And so where were they set
Okay.
up?
This is where I get to ask the wonderful question. Are you guys sure you want to do this?
I think strategically it makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah.
When speak, that means you can die.
All right.
I mean, generally, hello from a GM means you can die.
Yeah, so yeah,
Well,
Hello.
GM Eric
a screenshot
starting
of
the
that
stream
post.
means we could die, okay?
that pose needs to be an emoji. Just throw that out there. Yes. Hello. Yes. We need that. We need
Yeah,
that
yeah.
as an emoji.
I'll have to do
When
that.
the GM cackles, run.
Yes. Never trust a smiling DM.
Laughs in
But
GM.
yeah.
All right. So, as you take the scroll, Athana, are you going to try to use this scroll with the help action from Chiron?
Yes, he will.
Very well. As you attempt to read the scroll, it's going to require all your charisma to succeed on this. So I need you to, at the very top of your character sheet, click on charisma. You're shooting for a 15 with advantage, or the scroll will be wasted. With a 15, you succeed. Without Chiron's help. Thank you very much, Chiron, as he almost distracted you from it.
He was there for moral support. You could do it. Yeah, boss, woohoo. see
All you
Chiron
hear
just
is
cheering.
Ithana going, "Quick,
Go,
what do you
Ithana,
know?"
go.
So,
Well, if it was with advantage, I had an 18, so
yeah, but you're not the one doing it, so yeah.
that's right.
All right. So I then get to ask, and I get to do this, and I put a little tiny bit of pressure on here. Athana, what are we scrying on? And I don't want the rest of you guys to give feedback here.
So to start, no, I'm just kidding.
We have a list.
Athana, what are we scrying on?
It's our character and waiting for Astrid to reveal this very long list that goes across the floor of the room.
Bugs Bunny's list rolls across the deck,
Yeah.
holding
Right,
it off to the side, and gets sucked down by a whale that passes by instantly.
I'm just so proud that my team knows me so well.
Athana's eyes are just
Oh.
white as she's doing the spell, and then you just you see Astrid's hand just come into view with a parchment like that roll thick, just handing across.
What can I say?
It's
except
GPT
you're
prompt.
welcome.
All right.
The first thing she'll be looking for is if Elindra is safe, because she's the one who made that bracelet in the first place.
All right. Cool. You will have your vision shift. And I'm going to be mean to everybody else. And I'm not going to show them what you see. So, only Athana gets to see this as a little bit of a secret squirrel reveal here. Athana, as you view your sister, I'm going to roll a wisdom saving throw here against the scrying, because she doesn't know you're trying to do this. You are familiar with the target? Do you have a possession or garment of the target?
The bracelet.
Bracelet? Do you have any body parts of your sister?
No, she won't. I want to have a sister dismember herself.
Okay, so this person would be at a -9 to their saving throw, and we're just going to do this real quick. 1d20, and it would be normally +4, so -5. And I know your spell save DC is higher than 12. So, as you scry upon your sister, you'll see her. She is currently inside of a room. It's dark, but there is a candle. She's currently sitting and drawing. She's drawing a picture. Slowly and methodically, she's drawing a picture of your brother. Hammering in an anvil. She's smiling gently, restful, kind at the moment, almost reminiscing. As you look around the room, there's a bed in the corner. The blankets have been used, but clean. There's a meal on the table, fish, and a couple of vegetables, along with an orange. There's a pitcher of water hanging from the wall. It's full. Occasionally a little bit sloshes out onto the ground. The table is nailed down to the deck of the ship, and you can tell that the ship is moving. As the sensor hovers in place, the room around you is wobbling. Your sister continues drawing for a little bit before a knock at the door stops her interest. You're going to hear a voice. Are you ready? It's your other sister checking in. She puts away the drawing, puts the piece of charcoal off to the side, takes a bite of the vegetables, smiles. Of course. She straightens herself up and reaches for the door. As she does so, she straightens up, presents more formally, and you see her tilt her head downwards. She arranges her hair tighter and whispers to herself, "I've got to keep up the appearance." As she leaves the room, the censor follows. It goes down the hull of a ship. There's going to be a rough-looking, swarthy man off to the right-hand side, wearing a red sash around his waist and missing a hand. He gets out of your sister's way, not looking up at her, intentionally diverting his eyes. He backs into a side cabin as she goes past for re-emerging. You hear the door open and close behind her, and she goes up on deck. As she emerges from the deck, you look around, and the scene before you is what I am showing. A high mountain covered in jungle trees and birds flying all around rises next to the ship. There are people hustling and bustling about, and your sister looks for someone around. You see her eyes lock on someone outside of your field of view. And as she begins walking in that direction, the scrying will fade.
Would there be any physical sign that the scry ended? Like, would I be able to see, like, visually?
Athana, do you have a, lack of a better term, with the poker term, a tell that you have stopped scrying?
Instinctively reach up and tweak the point of her right ear.
Okay.
That
So,
makes sense.
yeah, can I get an insight check from Chiron? Can you tell? Yeah, you can tell that she's done concentrating.
Okay. Would Ithana kind of like, would she almost kind of near collapse at what she just saw, or would she be still standing straight?
That's up to you, Athana.
What you saw, she'll double over. The body language would relax a bit.
Yeah, Chiron would definitely catch her. And
You hear Alfred say, "Is she okay?"
Chiron's gonna hold the bottoms of her arms as he catches her, and he's gonna ask her, "Are you okay? What did you see?"
There's mountains with trees you usually find in jungles.
And Chiron's gonna kind of, he's gonna try to help her pick herself back up and stand up straight. And he's gonna wrap his arms around her again, and he's gonna hug her, and he's just gonna kind of whisper in her ear. He's gonna, tell her, "Hey, look, you did great. Thank you so much for that. I know that was hard for you."
And
You'll be there first. Gone.
I was gonna say, and Nana would actually step forward a little bit and have a tankard of, yeah, not wine, mead, or rum or anything else, but actually water. And
I
hold it
was
out
about
to
to
her.
say, get her some water.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyron's gonna kind of pull away for a second, and he's gonna just gently kind of grab the sides of Ithana's face, just very tenderly, and he's gonna lock eyes with her and say, "Are you okay? How are you?"
At the moment, her left hand is kind of shaking as she tries to hold the glass, the cup. I have been better.
And Kyron's gonna grab her hand and try to help her steady herself. And then with the other hand, he's gonna grab the water from Nyana and give it to her and say, "Here, why don't you take a swig of this and give yourself a moment?" And then
Slow
gonna-
deep breaths.
Yeah. It definitely takes slow, deep breaths, as Nyana told you. Just breathe. You're okay. You're safe. So, was your sister okay? Was she safe?
Yes, thankfully, she seemed to be.
Were you able to discern anything about her state of mind, her appearance, her well-being?
He was reminiscing about years past about our brother.
And Chiron's being very intentional not to ask you specific questions about, what obviously the rest of the group is wanting to know, like where the ship is or where Akmenos is. He's being very intentional, asking you specifically about your sister. And he's going to ask you again, taking the sides of your face one more time, locking eyes with you and saying, "Is your sister safe? That's all I care about right now for you. Is your sister safe?"
Yeah. She looked to me, yes. I'm grateful for it.
Good. Do they seem to be taking care of her very well?
Yes. Seems to be she is well fed and looks healthy.
Good. That's something positive, right? We can work with that. That's positive. That's a good thing. So we know she's safe, and he's going to start counting off on his hand. He's going to say, "So we know she is safe. We know she is well cared for. And we know that she's being taken care of as far as making sure her nutritional needs are met. So that's something that we can celebrate, right? That's a victory."
Ithana nods and gives a tentative smile back to Chiron.
Exactly. Okay. Now, I want to ask you, I don't mean to seem imprudent or abrasive, but obviously the reason we were doing this is to see if we could gather information on where they are. Because we can't find them if we don't know where they are. Did you recognize anything that you saw around her?
It's probably unlucky, but Ithana recognize them by the locations she saw.
You need a nat
If you've
20
heard
on
of it at
this. You can roll history check, but you need a nat 20 on it.
Can I help her with it?
There
or
will
no?
be no rerolls. There's no way you know. So there's no assistance on this. This is a shot.
Damn.
No, unfortunately, in this case, no. And the reason, you guys will find out why, but there is a very good reason. It's because I thought I would have never been there or heard of it. So we gave it a shot just to see, but this is a very, for lack of a better term, reclusive place. Would that be a good term for that, Ithana, based off of what I showed you?
Yeah, I figured it was unlikely but I was still decided to roll.
Yep, still gotta have the chance.
What are Ithana's artistic capabilities?
Ooh.
How well does she draw?
Checking my inventory.
Well, is she a good artist or not?
She's a decent artist.
Okay.
Nothing spectacular.
Okay. And Chiron's going to look around. He's going to look back at Nyana as he's still kind of holding on to Ithana because, she's still shaken up, I'm sure. And he's going to say, Nyana, do we have any parchment or charcoal pieces or something that we could give to Ithana to maybe draw out what she saw, where they are?
Oh, I'm sure we do, and she'll kind of gesture at the map table behind her where they have, blank parchments, implements, and stuff like that.
Astrid
and
would
she'll-
pipe up. Take a look at the cabinet below.
Well, in that moment, Nana will actually step up beside Chiron and just look at Athana. It's like, just take a deep breath. Close your eyes. And think back to what you saw. Start from the beginning. And just tell us what you saw, what you heard, what you felt, what you smelled. I don't know if scrying does that. I think scrying does like all senses, but... Or it may only be sight and hearing, but just walk us through what you saw.
See and hear, that's all.
Seen here. Okay. So yeah, just walk us through what you heard and what you saw.
Even the
Narrate it
smallest,
to us.
even the smallest details could be of vast importance.
Like you're telling us a
Take-
story.
Take your time, dear. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere.
Take a deep breath in. You can't see her face as it's obscured by her hair.
Let's talk us through it. Tell us a story.
It's in a cabin. With a meal in front of her on a table. Drawing her brother. Other sister came to collect her. Have her through a corridor, and there was a man with a red sash and seemed to be missing a hand, who got out
Right.
of their way very quickly.
Good. What else?
They came on deck and looked towards a place with mountains and basically jungle. I don't know where that could be.
That's all right.
Did she say anything that you could hear?
He said she had to keep up appearances.
Oh, that's something at least.
Yeah, Chiron's going to kind of squeeze your hand a little bit and say, see? So maybe it's not as dire as we've heard. Maybe she's still okay. Maybe she's only doing what she must in order to survive.
And not as enthralled as we or Akmenos would like to think. That's good. And at the mention of the red sash and the missing hand, she'll look over at Merrick. I mean, is that... I guess that would... I don't know if that'd be a history check or if that would be one of their crew.
There wasn't enough
Original crew.
details. Sorry.
Okay.
But some of the crew wore crimson sashes.
Because the missing hand would have been distinctive. If it was somebody...
It would not
Oh,
have
yeah,
been
they would
in the
have-
crew beforehand.
But he's after hand.
It's post hand. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
It's not
That was-
beforehand.
that was
It's
pretty quick.
afterhand. Yeah.
That was pretty quick.
That was really good, Ithana. I
I'll
love
give you a
it.
hand for that one.
That was a good
Wow,
little quip.
Yeah.
If
Give him-
you
give her a
didn't
hand.
already have inspiration, I'd be giving you inspiration.
Well, and with that description of just mountains and jungle, would Nana recognize that as maybe the coast of Garden Soil? Or any of that area in particular?
There are jungles around garden
Mm-hmm.
soil, yes.
That's what I thought. I was just double checking. I was thinking that it said it was like a jungle type landscape. Can you
Geomeric
describe-
is
and
being
Nana-
intentionally obtuse here because I'm
Oh, yeah.
trying to
I expect.
allow for mystery.
Well, and Nana will ask her, was the mountain particularly tall? Like, was it snow capped?
Do you need me to let you see the image again, Ithana?
Let me go step away first.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
Ah.
yeah, that's the way.
Stepped away for a moment. So we're going to let that hang on the air for a moment as Ithana tries to recollect. For the record, Ithana's doing really well with everything so far. So keep up the good work.
I mean, honestly, that went way better than I expected it to go to begin with. So
Yeah. And we do still have the other scroll, but that's something at least.
Here's your report, Captain. I don't know what happened to the last ledger I had.
I'm sure you
Fancy
just
that.
you just misplaced it somewhere.
Yeah.
You should have your ledger in your ledger.
Mm-hmm. Nana kind of side eyes Astrid. No idea what could have happened there.
Alrath, where's the red book?
Next to the green book.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Wait, the Red Book of Westmarch?
We're not doing that one.
Aw.
But you must always have your blue book on you at all times.
All right. So, Ithana, did you try to draw something for the party?
I think make an attempt to draw shoulder up a picture of Elindra.
Cool. Can I get your... I don't have a picture of that. I know that you're working on it, so I'm going to hold off instead of
on.
making my own.
I had a generated one I can share.
Yep. Go and send it to me personally, and I will get that integrated. Cool?
Give me a moment.
Yep. But before that, let's go ahead and get a performance check from you. Don't mind. All right. Very good. So, Ithana is going to draw a very convincing image. Very accurate image. And we're going to share that with the party. Can I share this with the party, Ithana? I should ask the permission.
Yeah, just have to find it quickly.
Oh, I'm going to share what I shared with you. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay. So, she's going to draw two pieces. One is going to be of what she saw as her sister, and one is going to be of the environment around the ship. Cool? So we're going to share the environment around the ship. As a very convincing picture of the Zydrotha.
I hear Nana. There she is.
Now that's a pretty ship.
What?
And for
As-
the record,
as
this is
draw-
the censored version. I have an uncensored version that I will put
Oh.
in the chat for you
I didn't even-
guys because I know some
Fair.
people like having the uncensored version. So So, in the
I didn't. My eye was not even drawn there, to be honest.
just because it's there, I'm trying to stay safer for
I guess
our
the
recording
uncensored
system.
version had scenes from Beyond the Blackwater.
Yeah, that's there. You guys go for that one, if you
Oh
need it.
boy!
And it's the figurehead is significantly more realistic than the figurehead that the Merid did to the Whispering Tide.
Yes.
And
Yes.
proportional.
Y-
It's a
Well,
it is a
proportional's
split
different based off of perspective. The Marid of the Whispering Tide did it more Rubenesque. Absolutely.
Yes. which it is a serpent that is coiled around a siren, and the snake's head is kind of sitting on her shoulder.
Right. I hope this was
Um,
loyal enough to what was intended.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
When Nana will actually ask, I thought I was like, well, you said you went up on you said she went up on deck. Was it
Yeah, she did,
daytime?
yes.
Was it daytime? Was it nighttime? Do you remember the position of the sun or moon?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Okay. Was the ship moving, or was it anchored?
I think it was stationary, Eric.
Chiron's gonna hold up a hand for a second and say, look, I know that we are all very eager to know more. I think we know what we need to for the moment. Merrick, obviously I don't possess the physical strength. Would you mind helping Ithana down below deck so she can lay down for a bit?
Yeah, why not? But before that, I wanted to ask GM, the structures built into the wall, would they actually have the Zydratha's flags, or is that just
You mean Ekmenos' flags?
that Spinosa's flag?
Yes.
Either way, is that a location that Merrick would possibly recognize?
You can roll a history check.
No,
That's
no,
what I
roll
wanna-
one too.
All right.
Oh!
Okay. Dice tell a story sometimes, guys.
Why do I
Sorry,
feel like
is-
the words out of Merrick's mouth are going to be that son of a bitch?
And the story is Merrick doesn't know anything about his own ship.
Yeah, I know where that is.
One moment, guys.
I just happened to glance over at the stream. Love Astrid and Valras new art. It looks
It
amazing.
does.
Bubble laser, everybody.
Yep. If you've not checked out Bubble Laser, go check her out at bubblelaser.com. I think I misspelled something in here, but oh well. There we go. Yeah.
Chiron is the only non-bubble laser art. What a shame.
He's working on it.
He's working on it, though.
If he wants to.
Yes.
There you go, Merrick. Hope that helps.
I mean, it's good enough.
You'll recognize what we're talking about.
Yes. Merrick, as he grabs hold of Ithana around the waist to help support her, knowing that she's probably exhausted, that he's going to point at that page. I've been there.
Now his head will come up. Where is it?
Well, that's a bit problematic, but If this is recent and they're north of us, then it's north of us. That's our friend's lair.
They take you there first before dropping you off in your private island.
I was knocked out for the trip. I woke up enough to remember.
Of course you were knocked out, Merrick. They would have to, because they wouldn't be able to handle you being awake, correct? Karan's being very serious right now. You would be able to tell he's being serious.
Yes. Shut up for a minute.
I love the chemistry of this group as far as the players go, just for the record.
For the trip, I was knocked out. But I woke up in time to see this. Then they knocked me unconscious before they took me to the prison. But that means now I have a general knowledge of the whereabouts of his lair.
And we know that he's there now, and he's not in the shelf as we might have thought. Or at
And
least.
it's somewhere between here and the shelf.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, get her down below. Let's get her some rest. She's earned
And then
it.
he'll take her down below. I found her down below and help her into a hammock.
While Merrick is taking Afana down below, Kairo's going to kind of look over at Niana. He's going to say, maybe he had to stop and restock? I don't know. Maybe he had to stop for a moment and resupply at his base of operations.
That's possible.
Which means there's a real opportunity for us if we really put our feet down to the ground. We might actually
Indeed.
be able to beat him to the shelf.
Do we want to
Wait,
beat him to the shelf?
And
Well,
she
if we are
points-
going to accost him, I would imagine so. If we get there first, we can
Well,
set ourselves up to be ready.
that's when she points
Yes,
at Valrath.
means-
Exactly my question.
Because if we are down at the shelf, the boat is up on top of the seas with 1 to 2 crew members remaining that stay behind,
Vulnerable.
which then becomes just an additional target to sink to the bottom of Davy Jones for nothing more than to spike the Blackwaters.
Instead
Precisely.
of sending the entire crew down, why don't we send one person down to be the what's the damn word I'm looking for?
Emissary?
Yeah, to be the emissary for the party, and the rest of us stay up here and ready the ship to be ready for
Yeah.
the Zydrotha. I don't know.
At that
Nayana
Nana
has
cut.
already told us that none of us, herself included, can anticipate a warm welcome upon venturing to the shelf.
Yeah, because when he said that, Nayana chuckled and kind of turned away and walked away a few steps to the map table to look at the map again, and studying the islands between here and the shelf and trying to determine the most likely spot where this might be.
So we either hide the boat at a location that it cannot be discovered and take a very long, unappealing walk to the shelf, or we wait for them to go down to the shelf, secure the frigate, and then proceed to see what we can't do behind the advance party as they are on their way to the shelf.
Well, and as Valrath is speaking, Nana will pull over a blank sheet from any that might be sitting near the map on the map table,
Of course.
and piece of charcoal, and she will start drawing the shelf as she remembers it.
Okay.
And try to think from. She would attempt to kind of draw it like a side cutaway that shows the depth because below the surface of the water. And I don't know if she has to roll a performance check to see how good of a map she's able
Yeah.
to draw. Yeah, I figured she might.
Yeah.
Oh, lordy. And the only thing her song gives her advantage on is performance for singing. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right. Let me
Ooh.
get a second here. I've got what you need.
She draws her Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for. Is just like a share of the
Yeah.
image.
I got you.
For Starry Night.
Please don't mention that artwork.
I happen to like that art piece. What's your beef?
He's Valorant.
Monster.
That isn't his beef.
Merrick comes back up on deck while all this is going on.
It's like, and Anna's already trying to, as she's drawing, she's kind of tactically trying to think this through. It's on the ship. We wouldn't be able to even get close to the shelf.
Well, at least none of us have to worry about being able to breathe underwater now.
It's definitely an advantage.
Merrick looks at the map and my best guess is that he's somewhere around there.
I didn't.
Just with the way the shore went straight up into the cliffs.
Yeah, assuming this map is identical to the map that they would have on the map table showing this terrain and
It
stuff
is.
like that. Yeah, okay.
For the record, here's the diagram that has been drawn.
Oh, wow.
Well, and she would, and kind of as she's drawing, once Valrath finishes what he says, when she's got most of it drawn, she would start pointing out the different areas. I see the edges about 200 feet underwater. And as I recall, because I don't have it directly in front of me, but it's about 30, just remember how far it is off the...
30 miles off the northern shores of
30
Garden
miles.
Soil.
Yeah.
Bottom
I
left
wanted to say
corner.
300, but I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. Yeah, 30 miles. Yeah, it's about 30 miles northeast of Garden Soil. But we won't get close before they already know we're there. The site was chosen because of the narrow passage around the north of the Garden Soil. It's very convenient to, there's lots of sharp and spiny rocks nearby. The needle rocks. For us to lure ships in and crash them against the rocks. But he's not there. Despite the fact that of the defenses that the Sirens already had in place when I left, no telling what they are now. Not just Sirens, but some of the local animals and even the kelp will defend the shelf.
I have to say, I feel like... I don't know. Does anybody else feel like we are missing something?
Been feeling that way. That's why we
The
need to sit down and compare some notes.
entire time.
A crew, a plan, supplies, the ability to
Oh,
ambush.
Valrath, eat a dick. Stop it.
You asked if
And
we were
Nana will look over
missing
at
something, and I was giving you the answer to what you were asking for.
And Nana kind of looks over at Charon. Well done.
I need coffee. Just saying. I mean,
We cannot take the Zydrafa alone in this ship. If
I heard Astrid needed coffee. Bye.
Exit stage left.
The player, where's the nearest Starbucks, man?
Well, Chiron, if our Asher needs coffee,
DoorDash.
hey,
let's get down and make her a pot.
you're the
Or we're all
cook,
we're all gonna
Chiron.
suffer. Because by now it's probably evening.
Yes, easily evening at this point. Yeah.
So he's not at the shelf. He hasn't gone there yet. Why? Chiron's, I suggested that he probably needed to resupply. They were anchored.
I'm just
Why
saying,
else
maybe
would
he
they
doesn't
stop
know how to
between?
get there. Maybe he doesn't know how to get to the abyssal shelf.
It's very
Maybe
possible.
he's waiting for us to follow.
I'm almost
And-
afraid that he's awaiting for the supplies on this vessel, courtesy of Chiron's father, before he begins his expedition.
I don't
Also
know that
a
my
possibility.
father I don't know that my father keeps regular conversations with this Archimedes character. I only saw him with him the one time.
You saw.
That doesn't mean that it's not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Letters. There's all sorts of different forms of communication without seeing a person.
Especially in your absence.
This is true.
And that merchant.
And
that
my
you
father
dealt with.
would be very, I would imagine, upset at our ruse getting the
intersecting
supplies that we got.
pathways is just too much of a convenience.
Exactly. It's what's
But
made me very
I-
nervous.
I don't know but the thing is that for me, all of you here have some deep underlying issue with Archimedes, and the only thing I have is I saw him with my father.
It is odd, isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, unless that's the thing is, everyone here except myself has an axe to grind with Archimedes. And the only axes I have to grind are the ones with my father. Unless somehow my father and Archimedes are more closely involved or related than I'm aware. But
very
even
likely.
then,
If he's laying in wait for us,
Mm-hmm.
the only way to avoid that is to run the risk and go out into more open water.
And see if he chases.
we could always take an alternative path and go around.
We'd have to go back. If we go forward and he's where I think he's at, we're going to sail right into him.
If we take the time to go backwards, then he may be gone by the time we get there anyway.
We have to keep heading north. We can't afford too much of a detour. Because he's anchored there for now. But we're still 4 or 5 days out. Possibly more. He could well weigh anchor and leave by the time we get there. So. But I think Esther may have nailed it on the head. He doesn't know where it is. If he knew, he'd be there.
Do you think he'd go straight there if he didn't have the supplies?
That's
Don't
if
need
these
supplies.
supplies were meant for him.
Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, if he's after the heart of the sea, put yourself in his shoes. If you knew where it was, and you knew that the sirens had an understanding with with those on land, why wouldn't you go straight there?
Yeah,
Wait,
but also
You? He's
Wait.
waiting for you?
How long did Seraphe say that it took them to do the trial?
A day, wasn't it?
come.
No.
I thought she said it took
Oh,
him like a week.
them a week and a half, wasn't it?
Well, then of course he's docked for supplies. The ship has been sitting there and people have been eating food while they've been inside.
That's true. He would have resupplied.
Well, and you have to think about this as well. if he doesn't have the supplies, I mean, that's a quick way to get a mutiny on this ship. If people don't have food to eat, we all can tend to go a little crazy if we don't get sustenance.
So the main question is, do we try to find where his lair is at? Or do we head straight for the shelf?
Chiron lets out a big sigh, just kind of looks down and says, I can't believe I'm saying this. Valrath, what do you think?
Valrath just looks at Chiron. Really?
And now looks at Astrid. It always includes coffee, love. Always.
Yes.
So, coffee.
You've got the military strategy background. As I've got a little bit myself, but I'm not without being able to admit that this seems more military than coincidence. And being somebody who has that mind, that strategic mind, you might have better insight into our next course of action and what it should be.
And as Chiron says that, she'll gesture everybody, if they're not already at the map table, it's like, gather around, because that's trying to strategize.
Just catch me up. I'm not leaving the helm.
Well, you're close enough. At the map table, they're close enough where you'd be able
I
to...
pointed out and then relieved you at the helm.
Okay. Thank you.
So in order to catch her up, she may move over there, so you have all been mustered.
Yeah, I figured that the helm, they're all close enough together where I'd be able to listen in. Mayo, God.
Dude, you're getting us in a pickle. That's not cool.
Kosher or
Look, you guys relish this all week.
It's getting a little chilly.
Ryan in here. All right. Yeah, then Nana will look at Valrath and point is like where we are, which we left from here. So after a couple hours sail, we're probably like there, if maybe. Yeah. Merrick thinks it's likely here.
How'd I do the pen laser pointer thing?
B. The letter B on the keyboard.
Ooh. As everybody plays with it. And cats go crazy.
No, the cats are on Wednesday night. It's okay.
If you're muted, Valrath. There you go. There we go.
And garden soils on this side, GM?
Garden soil is the island. But the city proper is in the center.
And the port of entry?
Have you been there before?
No.
I'm not going to answer that then.
It would be on the most current maps that that Astrid got from her father.
The primary point of entry then, as we are going to go ahead and reference the maps that she got from her parents as we cheat a little bit here. Not cheat, but resource. Yes, Chiron, before I do this?
I was just gonna say Chiron would absolutely have been studying about like major lands and like some of these areas. He may not have been there,
right?
But he's definitely studied about the areas.
Sure. So the primary port for garden soil is on the east side, over here.
Which
and
I personally think that image that Athana saw is probably going to be down here on this side.
On what
side? I don't know. Right here on this side.
Okay,
there. Where Merrick,
yeah, that's where Merrick thinks that's where he's.
What we don't know is whether or not there is some type of island chain out here near the shelf.
Nana would know that. There would not be, I don't think. Well, there's protrusions of land and the Or so the
shoals.
the shoals, the rocks
Mhm.
that they pull ships into to ground themselves on, but islands?
But here's the
Not so much.
thing: where that ship is docked, if the image is correct, all of the docks and the buildings that are in the docks in the port all share the same flag with Archmenos, which means that would be his base of operations. If Archmenos is looking
It's my
for the
flag.
shimmering abyssal shelf and he hasn't found it yet, his base of operations wouldn't be there.
I don't think he's
We're not in the pain. He's avoided their main port. He's got a base on the opposite side. If he's where I think he's built into the cliff face. With my
He's
flag.
looking for the shelf. He's replacing that which he lost after the week and a half that he spent in the trial. He's trying to figure out how he can get that resource and tool that he lost down to the depths without the same benefits of the abyssal transformation that we all went through, courtesy of the trial. He's also resupplying from the voyage that he had, and he's making sure that he's got the right personnel on the boat necessary before he begins this downward deep approach into the abyssal shelf to acquire that which he is looking for.
And this is why I asked for Valrath to go over this with us, because, and again, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with everything he has just said.
We have two courses of action that we can look at. We could either go in early, and we would have to find a place to put our vessel so that it is not in danger of beating us to the bottom.
We have to set ourselves in line to be able to lay siege.
Or we go in behind, secure the surface and the vessel, and deal with whatever's on that crew, preferably in some type of infiltration, locking down bulks of crew members behind locked doors, in bunks, tied up in hammocks with some type of binding mechanism or otherwise, and then, or better yet, hemorrhage the vessel, send it down to the bottom of the shelf, and then proceed to pincer Akmenos between the sirens and the other aquatic creatures and the influence of Yurvitz and us.
Did you just mention scuttling my ship?
Yeah, that's not an option.
You asked about removing threats that enable success. I provide options. Fortunately, the choice of failure goes to the captain.
Fair enough.
So then, if the goal is to keep this Hydratha in play and keep it intact, how then do we best Akmenos and take the ship as well?
Well, and point of order on that, that's assuming that once we get up to that cove that we think he's at, that he's still there.
I don't know that we approach that. If we're up for an extremely long walk, I say we go to the western side of that island, park on the northernmost, and then begin a long walk, 40,000 leagues under the sea.
Well, it won't take that long.
What's the distance of that strait between Garden Soil and the island that we're coming around now?
Weeks and weeks of walking.
Are you talking this straight here?
Yeah.
That's approximately 30 miles.
Yeah, because from here to here is about 30 miles.
It's about, if you're stopping and not really working hard on getting there, that's about 5 days.
Yeah, so the narrow of the strait would probably be about 20 to 25 miles wide.
It's not bad.
Yeah. It's not bad. You can walk 20 miles in a day easily.
I just wanted to know if it was far enough that this ship could go unnoticed if we stuck towards the west.
I figure as long as we stay to the north side of that island, maybe.
Well, we'll be more than 30 miles away if that's the case.
And
him seeing
I
us.
think my placing the Shimmering Abyssal Shelf is too far away. It should be lots closer to Garden Soil.
Yeah, so it's a little
So-
relative.
It's
So
bigger than that.
here's a thought. I would imagine that if the abyssal shelf is that close, Garden Soul would be aware of its existence.
Oh, we've been
I
aware of each
just-
other for a long time.
I just wonder if there are anybody there, because obviously may not necessarily be a port town in the traditional sense, but definitely port there. Maybe there's somebody that we could catch ride with out to the abyssal shelf from
not
there and
going-
not have to take our own ship.
We're not going there.
You
Nope.
do realize that as soon as the Paladins of Usul port there, it's going to cause a whole world of shite.
That's why I am avoiding that at all costs. I will not be setting foot on garden soil.
The Church of Imkael controls that island.
Indeed.
Or at least all of it, except for what Ekmenos has, apparently.
My
if our assumption
apologies,
is correct.
My apologies, I just did not think of that.
It's doable, but it would be a big... It's about like going... We stopped in Kaizu. I think at that time's about 10.
I don't know. I need some time to think and clear my head.
That's what Balrath, you were suggesting, so port, dock the ship somewhere here-ish, maybe? So the northwest side of the
Or
island?
hide the ship, not necessarily dock.
Yeah, hide it,
There
yeah.
is always the option of our two-man stay-behinds drop us off, and as we descend to the depths, they attempt
take it
to
to-
pilot the ship to a different location. Though I do have no good idea as to how we reestablish contact to get back aboard once we're complete with our conquest.
Indeed.
Now, swimming that distance, for example, if we hid there first and then swam about 30 miles. I mean, now Anna can swim that and...
All of us have between 30 to 40 foot swim speed.
So, I mean, I'm throwing a number out there without calculating, but we could probably swim there in a day.
If y'all don't mind, I think I'm going to go up to the crow's nest for a little bit and maybe get some air up there. Try to
Fair
think,
enough.
maybe clear my head for a little bit. Please feel free to carry on. I need a moment.
Because my instinct is telling me, by the time we get there, he'll likely have moved on.
So if we were to do this trip nonstop of 30 miles, between 30 to 40 foot movement speed, it'd take upwards of about 7 to 8 hours.
So, but yeah, about a day. Not a full
Bullshit.
24-hour day, but a day. Yeah. So that about tracks. So... And again, by the time we get up there, he'll likely have moved on, unless for some reason he's waiting on something. Might be us to lead him to where he needs to go.
That might build the constitution and the strength of some of the party members conducting that excursion.
And going to the shelf is a risk. I'll do it. Can't guarantee we make it out alive. But
It's worth it to get more information.
so we could possibly do like we did before, do a sail by that area, see what we can see, if he's even still there or if he's moved on.
I don't
And then-
recommend that.
Eric over there just smiling.
I haven't said a thing.
You don't have
to.
You smiled in GM. That's just terrifying enough.
Here we go.
He
again.
not only smiled in GM, he smiled it for real.
As the two most intimate acquaintances with Akmenos, if he were to see a vessel prime for the taking, would he approach and or pursue for a quick win?
Well, if it's flying, if we're flying the Protector and Azure Fang flags, he might not think twice about it.
If it's Azure Fang and I didn't recognize the vessel, I would be on it quick, fast, and in a hurry.
But this vessel used to be an Azure Fang vessel.
This one has been modified by the gen.
Fair point. Well, that's because that could go either way. Because us in that position would depend on a lot of what we had going on at the time.
And Protectorate vessels fly open waters, not this close to the shores. So now you've got a misplaced flag at a misplaced location, which screams suspicion, which then this close to my lair, I would most definitely not want something in close proximity.
Because it seems like taking the ship up to that northwest side seems the best idea if we can get there for positioning both to the shelf and to where we think the lair might be and to the garden soil. Now, would Nana know if that side of the island is occupied or not?
I would say she would not know. Primarily because it's been 5 years. Not not due to it having been or not been in the past. It's more of current knowledge lacking.
For all she knows, it could be now.
Right.
So, I don't know who did the green, but okay, yeah, that's kind of exact. Because that distance, if we assume, oh, hold on, measuring. Thank you. So if we assume he's docked here, if we hug the land as much as possible, go through that strait, that's at least a 30-mile stretch, if not a little more. It'd be questionable if he'd be able to see us from that distance.
It gives enough probable cause that I don't think we'd be pursued. We get any closer
Even if
to
he
that,
does,
then that's just begging.
Agreed.
even if he does pursue, if we're at full sail going through the strait, it's not going to catch up before we make the bend.
If he is there
and
and anchored,
if he doesn't have war mages on his ship to expedite the movement of his vessel.
Oh, he definitely does.
I'm sure
he's got war mages. But I think you're right. It's like slip by quick and quiet.
Preferably at night hours.
Absolutely.
Yep. And
might I recommend the dark sails, Captain?
Dark sails, no lanterns.
well, that sounds like a plan then. So if the goal is to get ourselves up to that side, tuck the ship in somewhere, and then I think we're positioned to go for either side, to go either way. And I figure by now, as we've been sailing, we're probably like here-ish.
Not far, yeah. You guys got a long ways to go.
So we're still on the first night anyway. Which
let's work with that. We'll get to the strait. Reassess when we get there.
Yep. And for the record, that is our flag. And she'll turn around, she'll pull her hair to the side, and pull her collar down, where at the nape of her neck, right on that bone there, she has a tattoo of the same symbol that's on the flags. That bastard.
It's actually quite brilliant if you think about it.
Doesn't make him less of a bastard.
I didn't say he was dumb.
Let's get a meal, get some rest. I've got the wheel for now.
All right.
At least we've got a plan.
which
With what little
is
information we have.
to change for this party.
We've had concepts of plans before.
We've had an idea of a plan.
Thoughts of concepts of plans.
And we were good at
Mhm.
thinking on the fly. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we have a plan. We're going to attempt to follow the plan, throw out the plan, and then come up with a whole new plan.
Exactly. The plan is going to go to shit. We know this.
Da,
We accept this.
The plan is to watch the plan go to shit and then come up with a new plan.
Exactly.
Which is why I gave 3 options for the captain to think of.
We're not scuttling my ship.
You're being a very good. Well, besides that, but it's like, Nana would pat Valor. You're being a very good quartermaster. Good boy.
Love it when a plan comes together.
Who's a good boy?
Not it. All right.
And why did I just pictured Asher going up to Valrath and just scratching him under the chin where his beard is. Exactly.
Already on it. Damn it.
Asher, get out of my head.
Predictable.
That trial of
Predictable.
unity may have had a bigger impact on us than we realized.
Yeah. All right.
I know I'm cute. I know. This is why you married me.
Oh, you're getting yours later.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, Merrick has some new chains we need to test out.
As darkness falls on the ship, we will
This is
fade to
ridiculous.
black across the vessel.
After
We're not going
the
to
trial,
talk about
everybody's-
Chiron being up there by himself, okay?
Oh, he wouldn't be by
Yep.
himself for long. He wouldn't be by himself for long. We all know that. We're not dumb. But I think after that trial, we're all pretty tired anyway. So
All right. We will allow you guys the benefits of a long rest.
Nana
we're
loses her
gonna fucking
corruption,
need it.
which is why her
Of course,
fingertips were
taking
black.
shifts for watch and stuff like
Of
that as we go.
course.
Chiron and his astounding 25 hit points.
Gotta stay healthy with 25 hit points. It'd be horrible if you got malaria.
And there's no scurvy on this ship. We got plenty of vitamin C. Don't even try it.
All right. The leprosy, however, that's where it gets you. Anyway,
What have you been doing?
what have you been doing
Chiron-
with armadillos? What? Sorry.
Chiron's just been up trying to clear his head and just enjoy the wind and the view and everything else.
Yeah. And as
Chiron,
Nana,
What do
Nana
your
goes
elf eyes see?
Aaron, what
Maybe
do
like
your
with-
elf eyes see tonight as
with
you
your-
were on
with your-
watch?
What are your
A
teeth
sword
and
of
eyes
omens,
see?
give me sight beyond sight.
Tough.
Right. No, the
On the horizon, you see a mummy standing on a cliff. Mum-ra! Sorry. Not doing mum-ra, guys. You don't want me to do that.
It's Mummy! Mummy! Hello, Mummy!
Mummy!
Where's Daddy?
We are all huge nerds. Welcome to GME. All right, continue.
Yeah, like I said, Chiron would just be up there kind of thinking through this, and also too, there are some things that when he was listening, the dragon, what was her name back there? I can't remember her name.
Ugayan?
Ugayan, yeah. He's thinking about the story that Ugayan told him about the love between the two star-crossed lovers and everything they experienced, and he's beginning to really think about, because Chiron's never seen like a warm love like that before. His mom and dad always had a very cold and calculated relationship because of politics and everything. And so he was initially seeing Cruella as a relationship of opportunity, right? Because it's somebody who's here, and he's not really thinking of it from the stance of it being warmth. he's really more sitting back and just kind of thinking of this love that he's heard about these two people, and he's really questioning whether or not he really sees Criella the way that these two people saw each other, or is it more of a relationship of opportunity and convenience like it was with his parents? And so that's kind of messing with his head a little bit, making him question whether or not to continue things as they've been going on with Criella. And so he's just up there thinking about that. He's thinking about, what's to come with this, what they're going to experience at the Abyssal Shelf. There's a lot of things that are going through his mind right now. He's just mentally exhausted right now.
But the next morning, fully rested.
Oh, I feel fully rested.
Got one job on this ship.
That's such a morale improvement.
Amazing what rest and food will do for a soul.
Yep. Merrick and Niana appear fully rested. Valrath and Astrid appear fully rested. Chiron appears fully rested. Athana and Criella look fully rested.
I think that this is the first time I've fully rested.
If Chiron would have fallen down the netting, trying to get back down to the hammock.
Yes, sir.
Fucking on brand.
Yes, it is.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Tiefling darts.
Tiefling darts into the bottom of the hammock again, huh? It's a running gag here, Chiron. You and hammocks, dude.
It really is.
It's like,
try again.
Yeah, Niana was almost asleep.
He's going to sleep on the ground at this point.
And then we heard, boom, and then you just hear Niana, Chiron.
I would love to see an animation of this. Someone needs to go and do this animation of Chiron.
I would love to get a nat 1 just so he can knock his ass out and go to sleep. Try one more time. See if we can get a nat 1.
Gets his horns stuck in the hull.
Like you did the first time.
To the dice.
Somewhere
To the
during
dice.
the day, you'll see
Chiron's responsible for sinking the ship.
somewhere during the day, you'll see a random pile of hay underneath his hammock, just to give him a little cushion.
I know.
gave up.
They would have piled blankets or something underneath there at this point.
All right, I'm changing my dice. I'm gonna try one more time. Let's see what happens.
Those dice go directly to jail.
Oh, some bitch!
Horns in the floor. Horns in the floor of the deck.
What's sad is that's not even the nat 1.
Nope.
Yeah, Valrath holds up a 10 card. and
10 points for style, at least.
You're not.
You need to go slightly down and to the right, adjust 1/2 target distance.
Mm-hmm.
Chiron just flicks you off.
And you hear a call from the captain's quarters. Valrath, don't encourage him. Just get him in this bed. We're tired.
Damn it! I'm going to get in there.
Astrid just walks over with a couple of corks to put on the ends of his horns so they don't get chipped.
Or he doesn't impale himself again upside down.
He keeps rolling.
That's part of his. That's part of his bedtime routine now.
Look, I'm
Poor
looking
Thorn.
at this as a win because I'm getting out the bad rolls now.
Thorin agrees.
At least you're not breezy. Just saying.
I'm just
Or
sitting
Riss.
there
Or
watching
Riss.
this whole thing.
Or
Goo
hugging
Gaga. I
sometimes.
want vengeance.
All
There
right.
we go.
So as you wake up in the morning,
Finally.
Chiron
Like
finally
eating.
disentangles himself from his hammock.
Does he have a black eye for where he fell out?
He probably has a few bumps on his head by this point.
Oh.
And with those con saves, apparently Niana won the evening. Ha!
Yes.
You know what? You know what? I am going. I'm going to take this
She
one
really-
step further.
She really
giving-
liked the chains.
I'm giving Chiron a level of exhaustion for that.
Very well. All right.
Con save.
So, what would you guys like to do this morning?
Fucking 6 goddamn times.
Astro would like to try to find a way to stabilize the hammock for him to be able to crawl in and out of the hammock.
How would you like to do this? As I modify Mercer's, how would you like to do this? We're going to do this for the hammock.
Okay, so
How are you going
what
to
I have-
defeat the hammock?
So
The big villain
what
of this episode is the hammock. Go ahead.
So what I have in my head is kind of like, have you seen
Inside the hammock.
some of the structures that they have for firewood, where it's like poles that are sticking up but kind of angled and things like that. Doing that, but making it lower and like just for the side of it, and where he can still crawl in and not like fall out, but like able to like take leather straps and put it through the hammock and just trying to keep it still.
Actually, it's real simple. Instead of having 2 anchor points, make it 4 anchor points, and he gets his princess canopy bed that he get to climb into, but instead of being mounted to the floor, it's mounted to the ceiling.
That too. You just have to make it easy.
You're not speaking, or at least your mic's not.
I love this as a thing.
I'm glad. I'm glad the chemistry of this group is as amazing as it is. Please keep it up. Great. All right. So as you guys continue sailing north today, the weather will get partly cloudy, but the winds will hold. Seas are a little choppy, but not bad. No one's going to be
Partly
getting
cloudy with a
seasick
chance of-
today.
Partly cloudy with a chance of bullshit.
No, partly cloudy with a high chance of bullshit.
Exactly.
That's absurd. With that, Astro would definitely probably want to have the sails at half mast, just to make sure that they're not going too fast or they can't control, but also still have some speed.
Okay. Cool. As you guys reach the northern edge of the island you have been circumnavigating, it's time to start crossing that strait. Do you want to go through it or across it?
I leave that decision up to the captain.
Can't go over it. Can't go under it.
You could go under it.
I want to see.
This isn't Pirates of the Caribbean.
Let's take a walk.
This is Pirates of the Toivoan beings.
I mean, we all can do that now, but jump off and walk on the bottom.
We all have water breathing. Sorry.
I think
respectfully.
think the prevailing plan was to take the strait and
Hug
I
that
had-
northern shore.
head north towards the western side of the garden store.
Hold on. Y'all got to go see the picture that I thought I just put up in the Discord.
I thought it was great. Oh my god.
That is amazing.
Oh, corks on the
Wow. Shade thrown.
So much shade.
Please post that in the meme
Emotional
channel.
damage.
Go ahead and, because he thought it was funny, that needs to go in the meme channel for everyone to share.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
There it goes.
So you have Chiron with the corks on the ends of the horns, and then you have Astrid that says, "But is there coffee?"
And that is usually, but is there rum?
So,
America's
Mr.
just asking why the rum's going.
Yep. So, as we established, the Chiron has been corked.
essentially following that path that Valrath laid out.
Yeah.
Hit the mic with my D20.
Never! He will never be caught.
So, is this the path we're taking, Captain Merrick Blackwater?
That has been the prevailing plan. Aye, aye.
Very well. Aye. You guys head through the pass.
I am Jose Jalapeno.
The fact that everyone got that. We love Jeff Dunham here. We think he's hilarious. Just saying.
Jeff
Jeff Fafa.
Bunch of nerds here.
Am I pissing you off, Fafa?
Evidently,
I am Jose Jalapeno.
As you make your way through the pass, I do need someone to take the wheel, and this is going to be a difficult check of a water vehicles check of DC 20, because the waters here are treacherous, and if you fail this, you will be shipwrecked. Set
Who's
the
the highest
Who's
water
on-
vehicle handling?
I've got
I'm-
+4.
I'm +4.
Plus
Plus
5.
6. I'm plus 6.
Sounds
It's
like
based off
it's
wisdom. It's based off wisdom, right? Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, it's based off of wisdom.
Okay.
don't have
Then
a
yeah,
water
I've got a
vehicle.
plus 6 to water vehicles. So I guess Nina will be taking the helm on this.
Can we
Chiron
give
has
it
a -2 to
to her?
strength.
Can-
He definitely
Can
not doing water vehicles.
we?
You can do
Can
whatever
I-
you'd like to help her with.
Yeah, I would.
American
Yes,
plus
in this case,
assist.
the previous stuff we did with the history check made no sense to help. In this case, all of you can help somehow. If you want to help in any way, now's the time.
I'm gonna be up near the front of the ship to help guide or show or call out rocks and various other things, shoals, what have you, so that we can steer away from those.
All right, that'll provide the help action, which means the check will be with advantage. Does anyone have something like guidance or something else they'd like to apply to this roll?
Not yet.
I'm
That's
gonna
nice.
apply. I'm gonna apply guidance because I want to.
I don't have guidance.
You don't have the Meg feat yet, so no.
I might. Hold on. I think I have something that's new.
I do need to
Only
get
thing
that
that I
feat
can
made.
I can cast. I can give her bardic inspiration.
You can cast Bardic Inspiration on her. Very good. That'll be helpful. Anyone else have
what is-
anything?
Control, right? Control click to roll with advantage. On
A
your-
shift.
Shift. Okay, got it.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay.
Best thing Chiron has is perception
Very well.
and Arcana.
So, with advantage and
Mhm.
Bardic Inspiration, can I get a water vehicles check from Niana to avoid shipwrecking your crew?
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
With
Hell
a
yeah.
natural 20, Niana has no problem. No hesitation, because even with the normal roll, it would have been a 22. So 26 allows you to easily navigate this strait.
Nyana's got skills.
Niana's
Somehow-
got skills.
Somehow I hear Valrath using this as a way to mess with Merrick and say you should have skills like your wife and then you wouldn't have lost your ship.
Wow.
See,
Wouldn't
I like
fall
the
because
point
Merrick-
where the jokes tell themselves, and I don't even have to say a word. It's that inner monologue and conscience that already does it for me.
But to be fair,
Merrick
already
also
acknowledges
knows. Merrick also
that
knows
she's
he
better
held
than
off. But he also knows he held off 5 ships on his own for hours. So get
That's right.
wrecked, Valrath.
yep.
Valrath
And here,
I didn't
here
say
it
that.
didn't even
acknowledges-
say it. That's what's so Valrath didn't even say it. I did.
Go lay down. And Merrick already acknowledges that Nan is typically better on the helm as a general rule.
I love this group, man.
If we didn't love each other, we wouldn't take the piss out of each other like we do. So
At all.
Look,
You guys are
look,
great.
there's a running joke in my family that if you want to be a part of my family, you've got to be able to get thrown under the bus and you got to be able to handle it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, as you guys head west around the island of Garden Soil, can I get perception checks from everyone?
We're about to have an encounter.
You think? All right. We're doing well. We're doing really well. All right. Well, everyone sees it coming. There is no surprise here. Emerging from the western side of the island, you will see a very pretty white ship with red trimmed sails.
Well, I just feel like a protectorate vehicle.
It's not.
Okay, thank God. Actually, that would be better.
Oh, that's not
That's not
good.
good.
This is really bad. My love, do you see what I see?
Yes.
This is not good.
Would Chiron be able to use gust barrier to put wind in the sails and make a ship go faster?
Yes, however,
Yeah.
this vessel is far faster than yours. Not near as heavily equipped. Yours has 2 ballista. This thing is low and fast. It's smaller than yours as well. Not by much, but a little.
And pretty much immediately when 9 o'clock hit, she'd call out to ready the ballistas and load them, unstone load them. Just
she's
in
behind.
case.
She's behind the wheel, so Miracle moved to one of the ballistas.
Malrath, should we
Let's go below deck for now.
let's make ourselves
Well, I guess
scarce.
with that history check, does Nana recognize the flag or the ship?
Roll a religion check.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I had a feeling that's what it was. Where did my
Chiron
religion-
might.
there you go.
Nope, never mind. Chiron knows ship.
Nope.
This is
With a 5,
Actually-
you succeed.
Oh, okay.
This is not a high check. This is a scout vessel from Garden Soil, specifically of the Josozai. This is a vessel that's coming out to check to see if you have arcane spellcasters aboard or what your business is in their national waters. So,
Just passing through.
sure you are.
we're below deck. Astrid and
Okay.
Malrath are below deck.
Yeah,
Can I
Probably
cast
best.
darkness in where they're at so they can't see anything?
don't do anything yet.
Darkness would be a 30-foot sphere of darkness. It would show through the ship. It would be really bad.
60 feet.
Oh, 60 foot.
Yeah, I can cast up to 60 feet.
Yeah, that would attract their attention immensely.
Now, I'm saying
Oh,
I
tri-
want to place it on them, not on us.
Oh, on
Nick,
them.
whisper the
Okay. Good.
But I'm not going to do anything because
Sure.
Nyan said don't do anything yet.
we don't want to trigger them just yet, and she'll actually. Yeah, she'll look. She'll have the ballistas readied, but continue on as normal. For
All
the
right.
moment, let them chase.
They will
Dee-dee,
chase
more
for a
dee-dee.
bit. You're going to see that they are following.
Mm-hmm. I just bet they are.
They're catching
But they're
up.
not trying. Oh, okay, I was.
They're catching
Gonna
up.
say,
You
they're not
see
trying-
that they will deploy the foresail there in order to speed up just a little bit. It's quite a race. You're doing really, really well. And then you will hear a voice, loud, louder than any human should be able to be, as the spell Thaumaturgy is cast.
As I said, it's thaumaturgy.
Halt! We wish to discuss your presence in our waters.
Chiron's going to use thaumaturgy and say, eat a dick.
How far behind the ship are they?
100 feet.
Okay.
Does Chiron do it?
Mm,
Nyana, should Chiron do it?
Kasana can cast message within 120 feet, so. But she'll actually look over to Merrick. They are going to catch us eventually. Do we stop? Or do we just keep going and let him catch up? Get some distance first?
Either way, it's not going to be fun. Well, it might be fun. Depends on how you look at it.
Because right now they're kind of just following. Actually, where are we on the map exactly when they?
Sure,
we
will pull that up for you guys because that's important for the story.
Yes.
And we're
looking
looking
exactly where
at
we are.
mid-afternoon on this other day. You guys would be right about here.
So
after
the
having
shore
come
is
through the
kind of in within sight, but
Yeah.
they're kind of far offshore.
They are.
Jeez, how far out does their control? Because Nana would be personally questioning their authority to even be doing that, but
This does not
We
look
could-
like a deep water vessel, just for the record.
mhm.
My thoughts are the player is that we get in character, we ignore them, keep going, and steer out towards the deeper waters.
That's
That's-
where I was. Merrick was going to go with it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh dear, I didn't hear anything. And she'll just start subtly turning the helm to slowly start steering the boat.
A firebolt comes sailing from the ship behind you and into your sails.
Hold on.
Counterspell has a reach of 60 feet. Firebolt has a range of 120.
I would
Yeah,
wait
there's
until
still-
it got close to us.
You can't
Well,
counterspell
there's-
it while it's flying. Got to counterspell the person who's casting it.
Mhm.
Damn it.
So,
It was an idea.
well, sails can be repaired, sails can be replaced. It's fine.
You want me to fire back?
Do you want to fire
Well-
back, or are you going to try to head off to sea?
I can throw a firebolt right back at them if you would like.
How much damage exactly did it do to? Because the ship only has the one mast, right? It's
Right.
or is it two?
It's 2.
Okay.
This is
So it
your
hit the main
vessel here.
mast.
We'll go ahead and show that.
Okay, so how much damage to sails did it do?
Merrick's just
6.
loading a ballista bolt.
So it probably hit one of the sails.
Yep. There's no hole, but
Ah,
nothing
shit.
major. You're going to
Yeah, they
hear
were
the
the-
voice again.
Should've done
Halt!
that.
We do not wish you harm, lest you flee.
Aaron's gonna shout out with thaumaturgy. Then why are you firing at us?
Because we're fleeing.
Because you're fleeing.
But yeah, Nana would also turn around and cast message, and if they're
Sure.
still within 120 feet, which I'm assuming they would be, but little hard to claim you're not intending harm when you just caused harm, as my compatriot just shouted at you. You can reply to this
Ooh.
message.
And then she can respond. Okay. You're going to hear a response in MKL's name. Under the authority of Cecilia Credence I, weigh anchor and prepare to be inspected.
Good thing she can cast message as a cantrip. And she would pass along this authority that they're claiming
Sure.
to Merrick and probably speak loud enough so that the paladins below deck can hear her and keep them informed.
Oh, we are quite aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh,
If we stop to be inspected, we've got several spellcasters on board.
Well, yeah, she would actually turn around and take a good look at this ship. Would she guess how many crew were probably on it?
roll an insight check.
Hmm. It looks like a cutter.
It's
18.
very thin. Yeah, very nice.
So how many crew would she guess they
So
probably
with an
have?
18, they have 4 crew, but you can also see that there are 4 guards on it, 4 armored individuals. So a total of 8 people on the ship.
Okay. And she'd relay this to Merrick. Yeah. They got 4 crew, 4 soldiers. Because we stop, they find the paladins. We're probably gonna be in a world of shit anyway. They're going to catch us eventually. We can keep going toward open water outside of their authority. But that won't stop them, likely.
And
How
they
far
are
offshore are
gaining
they by
on you.
now?
Oh, now they're within 60 feet. So if they do cast any more spells, Chiron has the opportunity, if he wants to reveal himself, to counterspell them.
Mm-hmm. How far are they off the shore by now?
Oh, you guys are a couple miles offshore. Yeah.
So probably with that, they're not within sight of the
No,
shore
no.
anymore. Good. Okay.
Once they get within 30 feet, Chiron's going to cast Reduce on their ship.
You're going to reveal yourself and cast Reduce on the ship.
Yeah, once
On
they get
their
within
ship.
30 feet.
Yeah, once they get within 30 feet, I'm going to cast Reduce on their ship.
Let's
Well,
see. Enlarge.
It's like either way, it's going to be a fight. So
That is going to be the most cartoonishly awesome thing I think I've ever seen if that happened. Because then you've just got 8 people trying to balance on this little ship.
That's where I get to say the lovely words that everyone hates to hear. Vehicles are in their own class and do not count as objects. I'm sorry.
they can't cast it on them.
No.
It's like, and well, now we'll look at Merrick. It's like either way, it's going to be a fight, more than likely, whether we stop or whether they chase us. So the further away we are from shore, probably the better.
Keep going.
It's like we'll keep going, but again,
Look for
yeah.
rough water.
Ready the ship, but quietly.
How much damage can I do to the ship if I were to cast something like, lightning bolt?
If you want to cast spells, it's going to reveal you as an arcane spellcaster, but you could do a ton of damage to it.
Just hold off for the moment.
Okay.
So the ship will come alongside, and one of the people aboard the ship stands proud and looks at you all with a prepared spell. She smiles a little off-puttingly at you guys.
And Nana smiles back and just waves.
She waves with the other hand and scans the deck of your ship. One of the other figures, armored and helmeted, rises and removes her helmet, revealing long black hair. She speaks to you. Who are you, and what do you do in our waters? I am Keegan Shinzu, warden of these seas. Your vessel is unknown to us, but now that we see the figurehead, are you associated with the pirates of our seas?
Are you friendly with those pirates, or do you not like those pirates? I think...
Where is Chiron at this point? Is he up in the crow's nest, or where is he?
No, he'd be down there on the deck with y'all.
On the deck?
Okay.
She looks at Chiron. State your association first.
My dear, I believe I asked you first.
No. We have asked, and you are in our waters. Speak your association, as we do not see a flag. Nice try, Chiron. This is not the person you're looking for.
Would I be able to use my inspiration to try to persuade
If you'd
them to
like,
answer me?
sure. Chiron's inspiration gets consumed here. The 17? The pirates are neither friendly nor foe. Which are you? And are you the captain of this vessel?
I am not the captain. The captain you are looking for is, well, and he's going to stop for a second.
Merrick points at Diana because we've already dealt with this. And Kaiser.
Yeah, just hedging our bets, especially because it's two women.
Captain, what association do you have in our waters? Your vessel is unknown to us, but the figurehead is that of ships which we have seen in the area.
Nana kind of leans over, looks toward the bow of the ship. Strange coincidence that. But our association is with, well, I would say me, myself, and I. Our association unto ourselves. So we're just passing through.
Independence.
Of a sort.
Rare in these waters. Why have you come to Garden Soil?
Oh, we haven't come to Garden Soil. We're just passing by.
Where are you going to?
Sightseeing.
Sightseeing.
Indeed.
She raises an eyebrow at that.
Maybe a little deep sea fishing.
She looks at the vessel. It is a cargo vessel. Interesting. Can I get a persuasion check from you?
Yeah, she was going to say, pretty ship, is it not? Won it in a card game.
A card game.
Hmm.
I like games of chance.
Do you?
Oh, shit.
And that's without her voice, my friends.
I do like games of chance when I am off duty.
And she kind of looks her up and down. Sad for us. Perhaps another time.
Perhaps so. I will ask you, as is required by my faith, do you have infidels of the arcane weave wielders that are not divine in origin aboard your vessel?
Infidels. That's a strong word.
It is a word I've chosen carefully.
I should hope so. One should always be careful in choosing their words. And her face just kind of goes neutral, but then back to the friendly. I can't say as we have any of that description on this ship, do we, love? She looks over at Merrick. Not one.
Absolutely not. It's just us and the mouthy one in red.
I could imagine that Nyana would probably cut her eyes over at Chiron, like, keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
It's more like watch and learn.
Right.
Yeah, none of that description, no. Can't say as we do.
And I believe at this point, Criella is going to prepare a kiss in case Chiron tries to open his mouth. Just to shut him up in case.
Nana would wink at Criella if she recognizes that look without an insight check.
Because public displays of affection are a great way to get people to look away.
Chiron will attempt to open his mouth not knowing what Criella was about to do.
And you are going to be pinned to the mast, and she's going to be all over you.
As you can see, our females, we know how to handle the men. Keep them in their proper place.
The woman nods. Good.
And Nana's using her extra charming smile.
Very well.
But if that's all the questions you have for us, we'll be moving on. We'd like to get a bit of fishing in before the sun sets out in the deep waters.
Of course. If you will allow her, Ashia will repair your sails. We apologize for the damage.
That would be lovely. Understandable. Can't be too cautious these days.
And Fashia will rise up on unfelt winds as she casts levitate on herself to go up towards your sails, where she will start mending the sails.
No, we'll just watch her. Very handy skill, that.
Indeed. Our Lord Imkale provides us with great powers.
So I see.
Do not land upon our shores. We will be taken into custody for investigative purposes. Your vessel does not appear capable of harvesting great swaths of fish, so
No.
you will be allowed to be here.
How very generous. And there is a slight note of sarcasm in there.
Yep. Bashia will finish mending the sails and will glide back to her ship. With a nod, the other figure, Kagan, is going to look at you all. Sail well. Good luck with fishing. I recommend allowing your lines to drop to the bottom and then withdrawing them 5 lengths.
Noted. Giving away secrets, are we?
The red snapper are numerous and in swarms at the moment. They're quite tasty.
So noted.
Sail well, and next time one of our ships approaches you, heave to for inspection. We have taken the name of your vessel, the Whispering Tide. We will share it with the others, and we will watch you from afar.
That's fair enough. You'll have to forgive us not stopping. As you said, lots of other pirates in the area. Can't be too careful these days.
We appear as pirates.
No, but you were unknown to us anyway. Trust no one.
Very well. I am unfamiliar with the ways of the common folk.
Nana arches an eyebrow.
We are used to trusting our sisters and all of the teachings of MKL. The Gaijin are strange to us. And she will gesture for her vessel to turn away from yours.
As they're now it's clocking them as they're turning, and only when their backs just kind of looked American. She'll wait till they get at least 120 feet
Sure.
away from the ship. before
Doesn't
she'll
take
call out to
long because they turn
Yeah.
sharply and away back towards shore.
Into the fast little shits. But she'll call out to the paladin. Coast clear.
That's how you do it.
It's a bit hypocritical, wasn't it, for them to
Kriela goes in for
talk
round
about
2.
infidels?
That's
funny.
Before stopping and letting you talk.
Kyron's gonna look at. Kyron's gonna look at.
Now it'll be like. He can speak now. No danger.
Kyron's gonna look at Creel for a second and say, "What the world was that for?"
She's going to walk away from you, but as she does so, her tail comes up and boops you on the nose.
Kyron's gonna look back at Naona and say, "I thought she wasn't much of a voyeur herself, but dear God,
It got you to
Anyways.
shut up, didn't it?
I don't
And
know
now
what
you're
bloody
learning-
talking about."
And now you're learning how we women manage you men. Lots of lessons for you
Okay.
today.
Okay, well, anyway,
For the record,
I was going
that
to
works
say.
on GM Eric. Just ask my wife.
Yeah. I told, look, above the table, I told my wife if she ever wants to win an argument, all she has to do is just like take her shirt off, and I'm like, "Duh."
Valkyrie knows how to win an argument against me.
I'm like, what's his name in It 2 when it like,
Yep.
you know, and he's just like, yeah,
Especially when she lets the southern accent out. Ugh.
God dang it, you pissy
Well-
face some bitch.
Bless
uh,
your heart, honey.
But
But if the
yeah,
if the paladins come up, she'll look at Astrid and Valrath and be like, "What's with the zealots?"
There's
Unless it is from their divine, and it's of arcane nature of the weave, it is heretical in their view of the world.
Nana just rolls her eyes and huffs.
Chiron's going to speak up for a second. He's going to say, "Isn't it a bit hypocritical to talk about infidels of the arcane and then that they are using arcane knowledge themselves trying to fix ourselves?"
What they use are divine gifts from their deity.
anything else?
Therefore, it's okay.
Sacrilege.
They can divinely eat shit.
I would agree. But you've learned a valuable lesson, Chiron. You don't always shoot first, whether it's your mouth or your ballistas.
That's what she said.
As pirates, we tend to avoid confrontation whenever we can because it can be costly.
Yeah.
But notating the fact that they did notice we weren't flying a flag, so... But I don't know that the Protectorate would have been much better.
Your passive insight, the Protectorate would have been much worse.
Fair enough. So better off that we were flying unaffiliated. But then Nana will kind of slowly steer their ship back on course.
Sure.
To kind of head north, but to try to stay out of sight of the shore for the most part.
Very well. Do we need to modify our path?
It's an excellent question.
I mean, we're like, if we're right in here, shit, damn it.
Yeah, so we're right about here-ish.
Correct?
Yeah, I was going to say, we're like right about in here, so we only got about another, 40 miles, maybe
Yeah.
50 miles before we get to where we were going to go.
And I couldn't think of a way to
Yeah, I need to
ask about
to actually put a legend on the map because it is further than that, but yes, you guys have a ways to go.
And Nana couldn't think of a way of asking about that side of the island without raising suspicion, so
Well,
she decided.
perfectly valid.
Well, knowing that, because I'm sure you all heard everything, and she looks at Balrath and Astrid. Do we still want to attempt to land and hide the ship, or?
To me, the answer is no.
Hmm.
I refuse to put you in any more danger with
If
us
only
being here.
there had been a potential interaction with locals that could have told us of some archipelagos, islands, or otherwise in the area that we could have landed on that wouldn't have been a problem.
Well,
Merritt looks
I guess-
around, pointing out at open water and garden soil.
well,
Pick
I guess
one.
for that.
Make
well,
one.
For that. Well, thinking about Nyana's own history and Merrick's. I guess Nyana will probably, if there are uncharted islands, Nyana would know where they are.
Yeah.
In that area.
That's fair. There are some tidal islands that appear and disappear with the tide. That's what the sirens usually use, because they can't exactly be fortified against the sirens. That's how you entrap people.
Mm-hmm. She didn't want to take the ship that close to the shelf.
Of course. Why would you?
But, and yeah, it's a risk.
There's
It's
some
a
small
risk.
islands near the shore of Garden Soil that you guys could stop at if you chose to. But for those, I'm going to ask for a stealth check on your ship.
Yeah. So if we go to there are some, and she'll walk to the map, hand the helm over to Merrick and just kind of look down at the map. And she'll sigh. I didn't want to take us this close to the shelf, but so they would probably be right about-ish here, I would think.
Eventually, yeah. It's going to take another day.
Logic.
We can do another long rest. That's
Right.
fine. I can't
Yeah,
believe
so
that.
it's just like, I would prefer not to take us this close, especially since what I know may not still be the case, but there are some tidal islands right about here, and she'll point at the map. And I guess she would know about the islands closer to the garden
Yep.
soil. There are some closer to the island. But that's as much, if not a greater risk, especially now if their ships are on the lookout for us.
Cool.
She'll look at Merrick. What do you think?
We'd be far out enough not to attract too much attention.
That's the hope.
But needs to be far enough away that we're not easily spotted for those that are approaching the shelf.
But she looks at the map. I'm not so sure anyone else would be approaching from that direction.
We know of one individual.
I would think he would come around from the south.
Right.
Or from the
But
southwest.
you don't want to be able to see our masts on the horizon as he approaches the shelf.
That is the risk.
And I might recommend that Snarlfang and whoever else that remains on the boat pull out some fishing gear and at least do some fishing.
I mean, kill several birds with one stone with that one.
Apparently the red snapper are in vast supply right now.
I mean, we can just leave the ship anchored out in open water. It's a risk, but it's an option.
Just a little bit of truth helps sell a story.
You're talking to two rogues who spend most of their lives disguising themselves as others most of the time, so
Cool.
They're not going to argue with you. So are we going to the islands, or do you want to take it out to open water? A little further away?
Valrath looks at Merrick.
Either way, it's a risk. We're risking either way.
Let's travel a little further north.
Evil Eric, stop
then
glaring
we'll-
at us.
Then we'll make the turn east. See if
So
we
at
can
least-
find one of the more outlying tidal islands.
Yeah, get at least up to about here-ish. Which is probably another day of sail anyway. But she'll definitely keep it to a wider arc to keep some distance
Okay.
from the shore.
Sure. All right.
Let's do it.
Well, as you guys head off towards the shimmering abyssal shelf, we'll arrive there next week. Hopefully, Kriela can join us. As always, guys, thank you so much for choosing me to be your GM. There's tons of great GMs out there, and I'm always thankful you choose me to be yours. If you guys are having fun with the story, we've got tons of stuff coming up for you guys. I'm super excited to get you to the Abyssal Shelf. It's going to be a good time. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your day. Please stay safe. We'll be back this evening with the Raiders of Forgotten Lands as they begin the search for Rowan's soul, as it's located inside a volcano. Thanks to the deck of many things. For those on Twitch, thanks for coming and hanging out. We are raiding someone, so stick around for a few moments so that we can raid with as many people as possible. Good night, everyone. Be safe.